What is going on, everybody? Rajay back in the house with my homeboy Todd for another Toss One Back Thursday. Todd, how you doing, my man?
Doing pretty good. Freaking busier and you know what at work. So I just got home. I don't know. I was telling you, I probably got home half hour ago, 40 minutes ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Overtime tonight, and I got to go in early in the morning too. So
they got Todd working the grind. Oh, Todd's working the grind out here.
No kidding.
$dollars.
Well, all that snow, the snow we had a week or so ago, a week and a half ago, we had. So FedEx didn't deliver anything for like 4 days to our office. And so we weren't getting any packages, so our customers couldn't deposit any of their deposit. We couldn't do any deposits for them for their home loans or whatever. So now I think all that's piling on top of it this week because the last 3 days have been just stupid, crazy busy.
So you had like a big stack that was dropped off from them. Like, oh, here's all your stuff like the last week almost. So
yeah. Well, and luckily, which was a good thing for us at the time when FedEx finally did get around to deliver everything, they weren't able to deliver it all at once. So they kind of staggered it for a couple, 2 or 3 days. But now that we've, for the most part, gotten all caught up and got all the deposits done, now the customers are going, okay, now you need to ship this loan back to us. We need it now. So it's like, now we're getting killed on the other side of things. So
the machine is rolling.
Yeah. So I got in at 8 and didn't clock out till about 7:30.
Well,
so almost a damn near 12-hour day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I clock in tomorrow. I'm already on overtime. So
well, that's a good way to end the week, I guess, getting those extra dollars.
Yeah. Staying with Bryce had to it, I guess. What Uncle Sam doesn't take of it anyway.
Yeah, I give up some Call of Duty for some overtime. All right, yeah.
That's a tough balance there.
And shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome. I feel like, such a great show. I thought last night having M on here with Pints and Panels. I'm like, I don't even follow that up. Like I should have had a break in between to come back the next night. Like, it's like having some big artist open up for you, and then you're like, well, I can't follow that.
So, yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I'm a big disappointment tonight for sure. There's no way I can follow that whatsoever.
We get an opera singer. Pavarotti just left the stage. Like, you want me to go now? Like, Pavarotti out there. Come on.
I can drink beer and draw stick figures, but I don't know about writing books and doing drawings and all that stuff.
Yeah. But thanks for everybody that tuned in last night. It was a fun time. I'll have M back again. But I was telling Todd we were talking after the show. There's so much more stuff we can share from the different knowledge on different things she did. But shout out. We have Vanessa in the chat. And we got Chad in the house. What is going on, Chad?
What's up, Chad?
And for some of you, I didn't get everybody last night just because if you missed it coming in early, I was only going to have Emma for like an hour. And so I was trying to get everything focused on her. So I didn't hit a lot of the people in the chat as much. But then she was like, oh, we can go a little bit more. So we kept going and going. Like, that's what I like when people come on. They like to say, oh, yeah, let's go and keep going. So I didn't get a chance to say hello to everyone last night, although I did see you all in there. So appreciate all of that. And we got Wayne in the house. Cheers, Wayne. Good to see you, my friend.
What's up, Wayne?
If you guys don't have Wayne, make sure you pick Wayne up over there as well. Hans is in the house. What's up, Miami Pimp? And we got Dee Dee in the house. Yeah, the doctor's
followed up by Double D. I'm not sure. That might be a bigger pimp right there.
He's probably watching at the clubhouse. Probably finished golfing earlier.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's at the 7th. He's on the 19th green now.
We got Blake in the house. Cheers, Blake. What is going on, brother? Blake TV. If y'all know Blake, make sure you pick him up. Blake's almost at the 700 mark. So if y'all really don't have Blake, check him out. Give him a sub so we can get over that 700 hump.
What's going on, Blake?
Cheers all in the chat from Dee Dee. Cheers, Wayne, from everybody. Yeah. Dee Dee. And we got Gilbert in the house. Cheers.
EG.
And then we also got Big Daddy Mojo in the house. What is going on, Big Daddy? Cheers. Welcome,
Big
everybody.
Daddy?
Welcome. Yeah, so I'm going to crack open a beer here because I'm ready to crack open one. I'm going to actually crack open a lighter one. Now, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but this is the Stone Feature and Benefit IPA. So that's
I have not seen that one.
It's their session IPA. So 4% ABV, something nice and easy to get it started with tonight.
And if nobody saw your unboxing video, go ahead and tell them, Rod.
What, the unboxing video? Oh, that was actually different.
Oh, you get that one for cheap?
Are we going to play that game again?
I already know what it costs, so we can't play no game.
Yeah, so I got a 6-pack of these. So you tell the people what it was, then, Ty.
Well, I think it was $3.99 if I remember right.
It was either I think it was $3.99 or $2.99. Yeah, I think it might have. It was one of the other, but yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
I hadn't either, so it was first time seeing that there.
Man, for that price, why not?
Yeah, you got nothing to really lose. They had some other ones there I didn't get. Like they had the Urban Artifact, which I was leery about that one because it was a Christmas pickle that they had done, but they were just trying to get rid of it, so it was like $2.99 for a 6-pack or something. And I was like, I don't know if that's going to really be as held. I mean, it was like 6% ABV, but I didn't get that one. And I got one down there from overseas somewhere too, one of the IPAs I got to check out at some point. And what do you got? Over there?
I am cracking open one I picked up a couple of weeks ago. Gosh, my nose is itching like crazy. Blueberry Crumble it's a 10W40 from Highwire.
I have not seen that one.
It is what's it say? Imperial Stout brewed with blueberry, molasses, cinnamon, cacao, vanilla, and lactose. And it comes in at 8%. So not as much as you would think it would be, but it's still pretty good, I think. We'll see. See how this bad boy pours out. I was kind of expecting it to be maybe a little blue tinge to it, but it's pretty dark.
It's an Our Lady of Perpetual Hops glass.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
It's like jet black, or kind of like just dark brown.
Yeah, it's pretty black. You can see how it is on camera there, but it's more. It is more black than tan for sure. Yeah, nice aroma on that one. Get that vanilla milky scent to it for sure. Get some of that. I guess that's the molasses coming through. Some of the chocolate flavor. I don't really get much of the blueberry on the nose. Maybe it'd be on the flavor. Just kind of definitely tell the milkiness, like the lactose coming out in that one.
Nice.
Yeah, get some of the blueberry on the taste for sure. And get some coffee, some coffee flavor in it. Which might be, I don't know if the molasses would make it. Doesn't say anything about coffee, but I guess you do get some of that with stouts anyway. But don't really get any of the cinnamon. You do get some of the milky lactose, milky silkiness to it. A little bit of vanilla. It's good. It's pretty good. If no one out there has ever had anything from Highwire, I always suggest to get anything from them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I've ever really picked up anything bad from them, honestly.
No, probably the worst thing that I got was probably their recent Bach I did, which wasn't a bad beer. It was just that's like the lowest one I've had from them, probably.
Getting now as it's gone down, getting more coffee on the back end on it.
In the aftertaste, yeah.
Yeah, which I know you get with stouts, but kind of as strong of taste of the coffee you would think it would be in the description, but it's not. It's pretty good though.
Coming from the malt. And yeah. Tell you what, I better be careful. Todd's going to mess around and have himself a YouTube channel with a review like that. Broke it down.
I don't know about that, but you probably got nothing to worry about.
I mean, y'all watching, Todd couldn't have his own damn beer review channel. He broke it down nicely on that one.
I see where you go with that, trying to push me along there.
I'm gonna come back from vacation. It'll be Todd's beer reviews.
Be welcome to my show on Thursday nights with my guest Ryan at the helm instead.
Like I was going a week. What happened? Yeah.
Then it means I got to change my name though and come up with something else on it. So
yeah. Chad said he has 2 beers. What beers do you got there, Chad? Let us know. Drinking on the Town Brewery's Cosmic Love Sour, Sun, Raspberry, and Passion Fruit variant. Very nice, Gilbert. I don't think I've actually drank a sour in a while. I need to drink some. I mean, I think the last one I drank was really, it might have been the Lindemans. I don't know if I had anything since the Lindemans, but the Lindemans are so good.
That's going to be my next beer is a sour. Not Lindemans, but it'll be the one I have on deck. Then I've also got one, a third one if we make it that long, is another high wire. I think it was it's a Hefeweizen, I think, from high wire.
Nice. So you started to see more in your area then with the
Yeah. They actually I've got another one in the fridge. It's a high wire 10W one. I think it's a double chocolate something. I forget the name of it. I think it came out about 3 weeks ago.
That sounds decent as well.
Came in our area, and then last week they came out with this past week. Shit, I've been working so much I can't keep up with what days it is right now. Now I don't think it was this week. I think it was last Thursday actually. They came out with another 10W40, but I can't remember what that one was. And I had a chance to get by there to pick it up, so I definitely will have to make a beer run this weekend. Check out some of the new selections.
I've actually got to make a beer run this weekend. I wasn't planning on making a beer run, but I actually was contacted by a couple of places that want me to check out some beers. So I'm like,
oh, nice.
I can arrange that. So I'm going to run by Saturday morning and grab a few things before I do the collab with you, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. But Dee Dee says, I picked up the Octus and Curla Rouse Beer Weizen today. You're going to like that, my friend. It was 70 degrees and tea time was 8:15. Tomorrow I at 8 a.m. Nice. And then he tees off at 10:50. Hope I don't pass out playing. No, I mean the second one, supposedly people were saying their body's a little bit more sore from people I've heard that have gotten the second one, and I've heard some of the people feel, I would say, a little sick from it, but they feel something from it, I guess. But now they're saying if you're actually feeling somewhat sick, that's a good thing. It means your body's working. But then I'm like, well, what about the people that didn't feel anything that said it was fine? Did they not get
right?
Yeah, because there's a flip to that coin. Like, you know, if you're saying it's supposed to feel a little bit like that because your body's developing the antibodies, well, the people that said they've had the second one, they didn't feel anything, and they were good to go, are they really protected? I guess only time will tell. And then today I heard there's a Brazilian variety now. Like there's a Brazilian variant of the COVID. Like why are all these countries having all different variants? Like seriously, like becoming like gangs out here on the streets of the COVID. who's what? What color am I supposed to be wearing?
Yeah.
It's like
no red or blue on. Don't.
They said the Brazilian one is actually one that they think none of the vaccines may work against. So they're testing that now. So it's just like
I don't think we're ever going to get out of this stupid thing.
Probably not.
It's almost to the point where you just continue on with your life, and if you get it, you get it, I guess. I don't know. What are you supposed to do?
I don't know. I mean, you take stuff to try to ward off, I guess, as best you can. But one thing for sure, Father Time and Mother Nature are both undefeated. So I don't even know why we're trying to.
Right. Honestly. Undisputed heavyweight champs of the world.
It's like Super Punch Out, Mike Tyson or whatever. Like you're not gonna get the win.
Right? Yeah, exactly. No matter how many quarters you put in the machine, you're still gonna lose.
Yeah. Oh, Blake said he got an inheritance today. Celebrated with some Bird Dog Peace. Cheers, family. Very nice.
All right.
Got Tremaine in the house. Cheers, my friend. What you drinking up there, Tremaine, if you are drinking anything? Drinking Appalachian Amber Ale from Thomas Creek Brewery, 6.8% ABV. Feeling good. Oh, nice. Haven't heard of them before. Where are they out of, Wayne? Are they like out of, because I think it's going to be an Appalachian state like North Carolina or West Virginia, Tennessee, you know, one of the Appalachian type states. Virginia. China's home, by the way, everybody. Oh, Blake says cheers, Tremaine and everyone. The dogs go crazy when Shannon shows up. Daryl's in the house. Cheers, Daryl. Good to see you, my friend. Tremaine, cheers to Blake. Vanessa says hello. And Blake's salutations. Vanessa, Blake's hashtag Todd is awesome. There you go.
Not as awesome as you, Blake, but thank you, buddy.
Chugs is in the house. What's up, Mike? Jay and Todd. Cheers, brother. Y'all know Mike over on Chug's channel. Make sure you pick him up there as well. Great time. Saturday. Well, actually, sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Sunday, but usually at 10 a.m. they're doing a sports chat. Him and his dad. I call him the real Mike and Mike. So they actually do that kind of stuff. And then Wednesday night he has What's the ABV, which is a fun guessing game show where the contestants all try to guess the ABV of the beer that he is reading. So good stuff. We got CB. Cheers, Rod and Todd. Cheers, brother. Hopefully things are going good down there in West Virginia.
What's up, CB?
And,
Jesus Christ.
The dog's got all the love for Shannon, I tell you.
Gotta like one thing, though. She did come home bearing goods. She brought me a good 4-pack from our brewery, so.
Oh, did she? Well, there you go.
Can't complain about that.
Can't complain about that at all. With a beer run? Nice. Lep's in the house. What's going on, Lep? Cheers, my friend. Y'all know Lep.
What's up, Lep?
Lep's the man on the grill over there. And hopefully you're having a great Thursday night. Vanessa, hello, Blake. Blake, bro, smoke them up. CB and Blake. And Chugs with cheers, everyone there. Blake with cheers, everyone there. It's a lot of cheers. It's a lot of cheers going on. Waiting for Norm to walk in the door at this point. Good review, Todd. 10W40 is my list to check out. See, there you go. Todd can run it.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. I am stoked that we can get Highwire here now, though. I don't have to go to, although I work in Kentucky, but I don't have to go to Kentucky or Tennessee to get it anymore.
Yeah.
Or Cincinnati.
With them coming closer there now. They're actually putting a third brewery I saw in Asheville as well today. So
we're getting. Is that outside of the one they're supposed to be opening here?
Outside of the one they're putting there, they're putting a third one in Asheville, and they're expanding in your area.
I'm totally pumped about that one, which I think it's supposed to be somewhere in the early summer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne, you can't go wrong with the 10W40s for sure. Pretty much all the variants I've had have been pretty killer.
The CB might send us some smoke signals. Finished my first beer. Now it's bourbon time. Well, what bourbon are you cracking, Daryl? I actually got some bourbon behind me. Maybe I'll crack a little bourbon tonight.
I should drink more bourbon. I don't know why I don't.
I don't either. I mean, I'm right in the bourbon state. You're right next to the bourbon state. So you're actually in the bourbon state when you're working anyway.
Yeah. All the goodness. Not too far away.
First crack of the night is Grimm's Oatmeal Stout, 5.7 ABV. Nice. I actually saw Grimm's when I was out at Jungle Gyms. I almost picked up some of their beers because I've heard so much good things about them, but haven't gotten them as of yet. And it was like,
are they Chicago?
I can't remember where they're out of. I don't have my phone in front of me, but where are they out of, Chad? Since you got it there as well. But I saw them there, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get this, and get some of these other ones. But yeah, I'm gonna get them at some point here.
Well, like you were saying last night on your show, it was like so much stuff out there. It's so hard to get everything,
Yeah, it is.
Pick and choose.
It's so many different ones that, when Jungle Gyms is just like a little bubble type thing, and just in there, you get confused. Like you think about when you expand out.
Oh yeah.
And so you're like, oh, we got so and so coming to our area now. Oh, I heard so much about that beer. I want to check them out. And it's just like you end up getting all these other stuff, and you forget the other ones that you wanted to get. It's just it'd be mind blowing in there. I mean, literally, you can people walk in circles, just no idea what to do. Like I said, last time I went, I helped the guy find where the top one Goliath was because he was like so just overwhelmed. So you could tell he wasn't used to all the beer coming at him the way it was at Jungle Gyms. It was like, take a breath.
I feel like you get excited when you get a new brewery, in distribution. That you're like, oh wow, can't wait to get it, and then you just kind of forget about it. Like now that you can get it, you just kind of forget about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like now you get Boss Tweed and all those, and we used to have them sent to us, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to try those. Now you get them, and like, there you don't even pick them up anymore.
Yeah, it's like now I go down the aisle and I'll see like Boss Tweed or I'll see Card Horse or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I've had it, so I'm not going to really probably get it. I mean, if it came out with a variant of it, I'd probably do it like Bell's. I mean, Bell's is one of those beers that they keep coming out with these different variants. I'll see something like that, I'll pick up another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good, But it's got to be like you said, when I got the Last Dragon's Milk, I mean, that's the one brewery, like, it comes out with a new 4-pack of the variant, automatically I just pick up a 4-pack. I don't even care what it is, because
it's
pretty solid. So I want to test it out and taste it.
I hope do you know if that's coming out? Has that come out in Kentucky yet? Do you know?
The one that I got here, the 4-pack?
The peanut butter one?
Yeah, it should be out. That's their first quarter for this year, so it should be everywhere where the Dragon's Milk.
Well, I didn't know, distribution sometimes states are like, we can get stuff here in southern Indiana. Sometimes it's a day, like a week sooner. Sometimes it might be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Might be 2 weeks after or something, In Kentucky's, the global might be the opposite. So,
I mean, if you can't find it, I can always get one back too. So just let me know.
I'll have to go down the street from work. I mean, because we got a Total Wine, which I don't normally like to go to, and then we got another bottle shop down the road from there. It's about 5 miles the other opposite direction, but it's not too bad. They got a really good selection, which is where I used to go down to get the high wires before we got them over here in Indiana. So.
I think it's funny that it just wasn't me the first time I went to a Total Wine, but other people that I've talked to that had Total Wines, that they all bring up like the dating of the stuff being old there, and I have to be careful on what you buy at Total Wine. So I guess it's like across their store-wide type thing, like they're bad on dates because you got to be careful there. Not like a 6-year-old Brooklyn like Eric at that time, but bad enough.
Now I would say it's a good place to go, like if you're maybe out of town, just to try to get some of the local stuff. But you also, like you said, you do have to be very careful on what you're getting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when I went to the one down in Dallas, I mean, it was like I was checking all that stuff there, kind of just making sure, because I was familiar with them being notorious for that. And, it's funny when talking to Em last night, she's the same way. Like, she was days, and sometimes on her day, she doesn't even buy it. It's like, nope, I'm going to get it. So it just seems like it should be dates on everything. It's just,
I mean, you would think, like, especially like an IPA or something that you want to drink relatively fresh. Not like your Imperial Stouts and stuff. Probably not as big of a deal, but I still want to know. You still want to know.
Well, the stupid thing is on some of them they'll say drink fresh. They don't put a date on the bottle.
Yeah, so how are you supposed to know what's
you supposed to know? You can't work with it. So it's like, that's like the dumbest thing ever. Like, who was in your marketing department to do this and not realize there's no date on the bottle anyway? So,
but even on some of the adjunct stouts, you want to drink sooner. You don't want to let those sit
for
a
long
long time either.
Yeah, they'll fade after a point. Tremaine said, "What Lindemans is best? Very intrigued by those beers." Well, you can't go wrong with a Lindeman, but I liked the raspberry. Was pretty good. And I think the raspberry one, that might have been the one that was actually 4% as well. Or either raspberry or sorry, I can't remember. The raspberry I do remember being really tasty, but most of their beers are like 2.5%. So you get like on a hot day, you can just go right through them and just be chill.
The raspberry one's kind of the OG for them, isn't it?
Is it? Maybe the strawberry was the 4% one then, and the raspberry was a 2.5. But yeah, they were all good. The peach was really good too. Like,
I mean,
having a warm day.
I mean, you can't go wrong with any of their beers as long as you know what you're. As long as you know you're not buying them to get freaking hammered or something,
Yeah, they're definitely just for kind of a chill, mellow, just relaxing. Plus, that's that you savor in. I mean, I don't know how much you'd have to worry about the sugar content, but it's got so much of sweetness to it and stuff. So,
right. But they're all tasty though. All the ones I've had, they're tasty.
Yeah. Lip. COVID crisps. I don't know. It could be. I mean, there's so many of them, like different gang sects. We got to start breaking them up out there. Vanessa got the second Pfizer early this morning. Well, great. So Vanessa got her second shot. Awesome.
I saw they just dropped the age limit in Indiana today or early this week to 50 now. 50
really? You guys are faster than we are then. Yeah. Kentucky's not going to either. Is Ohio. Both of them are kind of getting kind of criticized for going as slow as they are. Just don't have a golf variant. I'm good. Perseverance, folks. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Yeah. We're generation that we grew up drinking out of the water hose and doing all kinds of stuff, rubbing hands in dirt, probably playing in dirt as a kid, then washing hands for you. I mean, we're just a different set of kids in our generation compared to nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the right antibodies to fight this thing.
Could you imagine that telling a kid, like, I want to drink water? Well, turn the hose on. It's right there.
Yeah.
Kind of look you'd probably get right now if you do that. Like, you didn't think twice as a kid, when we were kids. Like, you just didn't want to be the first one to drink because the hose would be sitting out in the sun forever. And you get all that hot water in there,
You sit there and run it through for a second before you could actually drink. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Worst experience we ever had drinking outside was my what year was that? I think it was my senior year playing football. And our football team, we were doing the 2-a-days, and it was like one of those hot days like in August. And he had us going, and then so a few of us went over to get a drink out of the we had like a kind of a water fountain like trough type thing where it had like a pipe and it shot the water through the holes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
We like, without the coaches saying go ahead and get a drink, we went down and started getting a drink. And the coach was like, who told y'all all drink or whatever? And everybody was like, we were thirsty, It was like, they're like, that's it, turn it off. Like, and it's like run a mile right now, 4 laps around the track. Like, dude, we just been working out, hitting and stuff, and we gotta do a mile.
that was in the days where if you're getting a drink, you're showing weakness. No weakness. You're not thirsty.
We went out there, we did a mile.
Who cares if you just lost 20 pounds of water weight? You don't need to replenish.
Dude, that's like coaches used to run you and say, you'll run till I'm thirsty type situation. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, kids are like, that's abuse. You can't do that, coach.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think they have state laws now where you got to have so many water breaks, for football practice, like every half hour or something. You got to stop for water or something. It's like, man. Yeah,
it's not the same.
Which is probably a good thing. Not saying, what you go through when we were kids was a good thing either, but it's definitely a different generation for sure.
Oh, it's kind of like well, for us, it's like you're getting coddled now compared to what we had to go through. It was like, really? That's it? Oh, tremendous.
You're going to run until the first person gets sick.
He said, Rod, you got to stop believing all the BS. It's called propaganda. Well, there's propaganda signs out there, sure, but I follow the science and stuff and everything like that. But I'm, when it happens, it happens. I'm going to take it. I got no problem taking it or anything like that. I know some people are kind of hesitant on it. Claymore, hashtag Claymore Sluck. Is Alan here? Thomas Creek is right here in Greenville, South Carolina. Great local brew. There you go. So Thomas Creek,
South Carolina. Nice.
A little local brewery. I said, hi, Shannon. Shannon wasn't even here. Just the presence of Shannon.
Vanessa says hi.
Is she over there?
She says hi.
Put stuff away over in the kitchen?
Yes. She's going to go lay in bed.
She got to work tomorrow?
No, she's off tomorrow.
Oh, she could jump on.
Rod said you could jump on.
I could, but somebody scheduled a washer to be delivered.
Well, yeah, we're getting a washer delivered tomorrow at 8:45. So she said she would, but somebody.
You're up anyway. You're up at 5-something, 6.
Me?
So.
I am.
So what? Yeah. She gets to lay there for a couple more hours.
He said, I get up at 5. You can lay there for a few more hours. She said no.
Someone gets to drink, but
so you don't have to drink. Yeah, she's like, whatever. Like that's gonna give a better shot at winning the lottery than that to happen.
Didi said, drinking a lady in red.
Beer does kind of sound
Bombshell Beer Company. Finally got a red ale, drinking it at room temp for optimal multi-taste and aroma. Nice. I do like a nice red ale. I'll probably get one of the Conway's red ales from Great Lakes here for St. Patty's Day. Out of Vermont Maple Stout. I should try this weekend. Oh, who makes that one, Vanessa?
You might have talked her into it, made her feel guilty.
Who blocked CB? Don't block anybody out there. Somebody blocked CB, it looks like. I don't know what CB had commented. Rajay, top PS5 or PS4? We both have PS4, but I will get a PS5 once they stop trying to rip people off.
Yeah, agreed. I never buy them early anyway. I'll always wait for 8 months or so.
They said, why did you hide? I didn't hide CB, so I don't know what happened there.
Did he disappear?
Somebody his comment was there. I didn't do anything to hide him unless I hit a button by accident. Say I did it, Vanessa, because I didn't do anything. Asking for a friend. I hope it didn't. I don't think I hit anything.
Blake, I would go with the PS5 if you're buying one or the other. I'd probably do the PS5.
At this point, yeah. I mean, the PS4's price is going to be lower because they're going to be dumping it, but PS5 is definitely what you want to get. Rada variants is like beer variants. There's a new one every week, one for every taste. Apparently so. Rona keeps popping up different. Knob Creek 15-year-old single barrel. Very nice. Mr. Whiskey Daryl's cracking open. Whoa, let's see here. Found me in Greenville. Yes, they make solid brews at Thomas Creek. Oh, so Didi knows about him as well. He's out here in Carolina. We got Dolly in the house. What's going on, Dolly? She had a vanilla milkshake.
Dolly? Vanilla? Where's your strawberry at?
Should put a little rum in that vanilla milkshake, Dolly. If you believe their narrative, LOL, I believe half their PS. Well, everybody questions everything, it seems, nowadays. There's always people questioning stuff, but, it's all about checking the sources. And homemade pizza. You made homemade pizza? Good for you. Viruses mutate in humans hundreds of times through each infection. True. Yeah, it's just funny, like all these different country names they're putting on these different ones that are coming out. Is this Hey Rod, hi sidekick? She still calls you sidekick. Jungle Grim sound like a candy shop of goodness for anything. Yeah, Grim, I know they had some. Well, who probably was having Grim that was telling us about? It was probably Joe. Joe was probably the one having some of the Grim stuff since he was up there in New York.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Long-term infections like HIV and mutating many times over. And cheers, fam. Smash that like. Always appreciate there. The champion sup, homie. Dolly says. Look at Dolly getting hip. It's cool, DD. Gonna have to visit a tap room soon. Are you guys tap rooms even open down there in North Carolina, by the way? Or I know it depends on the state. Like, our tap room's open here, but like Em was saying, where she was in Connecticut, a lot of them weren't open yet. Much love, Dolly. Lindemann's Renee is my favorite. It's a blend of matured and young lambic base. I haven't had that one. That'd be one to keep an eye out for. Chad said, where's Jungle? Jungle Jim's is actually here in Cincinnati. There's like 2 locations. It's like an international food market, but their beer section is like crazy.
All right, Rod, I'm going to switch over real quick. So I'm going to hop off just for a second.
Okay. See, some Total Wines are better than others. And let's see. Oh, I think we're going to have a guest coming on. Uh-oh. Let's see. You're going to check that out, Eric. Thanks. And back at you, Blake. Are you guys still getting set up? Look who it is.
Boy, got my pajamas on. Yeah.
So you're comfortable now.
Yes, I am. Let me find the volume on this. I think that's how it goes.
Okay.
Get all situated.
What's up, Rod?
Nothing much. What's up with you? It's been a while.
I know. Same shit, different day.
Ain't that the truth? You got a little glass of wine there?
One drink.
Is it Blush?
I
The
think so.
Fonzia?
Yep.
Sunset Blow. Look
Box
at
it up.
you. You're not a top 30 wine tuber for no reason.
You know that drink order.
No, a little something still.
Can spot that
Don't know
out
how
from
to do
nowhere.
So I just switched over to the Guinness Imperial Stout, aged in the bourbon barrels. So that's what I'm drinking right now. This one, 10.3% ABV. A little bit higher. Dolly said the only beer that I ever had is a Hams. Drank half, made me feel bloated. Well, I thought you had the Heineken before too, though. Maybe you just drink whiskey instead, Dolly.
There you go.
Hey, Vanessa, how you, darling? These nerves need to work out. Okay. Since the brewers open up, out of town bottle shops been hitting them steady. The local brewers being hard to get beer from out of area. So they bring in hard to get beer. Yeah. The well pulp gets sent back in April is the best water to make iced tea and such. You got to go well.
Are you going to try one of the beers I got you?
I had it one last week.
Oh, did you? I felt like Norm walking in there. Yeah. The two owners, and their daughter, and then what's her name? The dark-haired bartender. That started after Haley.
Oh.
They were like, Shannon.
Last of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, remember you?
Yeah. Yeah, they all did.
Talking about Tracy and
Yeah.
his Greg, I think.
Do they know your seat and everything? Like, this is where Shannon.
Yeah, pull up. Norm.
Yeah. Like, hey,
Yeah.
where you been? And, like COVID, and we were all talking about how we got our vaccines, so everything it was pretty packed in there.
They had a cornhole tournament going on tonight.
Yeah, but they're back before COVID. They didn't really have a lot of people that would show up, but there was a lot there.
It's starting to get a little more, but they're so that place is big. I mean, it's like a third of probably like shit.
The big warehouse one where we were the
Cincinnati.
old people.
Yeah, what's the?
Yeah, you about Mad Tree?
Yeah, no, not Mad Tree.
Oh, you're talking about Darkness.
Rheingeist.
I was
Rheingeist.
gonna say Rheingeist.
Oh,
but I
Rheingeist.
don't want to sound like an idiot.
Rheingeist. It's
Rheingeist
a big
is like
warehouse, kind of like Rheingeist is, but not nearly the size of Rheingeist. But it's a good size, and it's been pretty safe, really, because you gotta wear your mask when you're walking around. If you're sitting drinking beer, you don't have to, but once you get up, you do. And it's big enough where everybody spaces out, so I don't really feel
And in the spring and
too
summer,
indeed.
they have the outdoor.
Yeah, and it's outdoors. A lot of it's outdoors, so it's a cool place. I still gotta get you hooked up with Kyle though over there.
I was gonna say, yeah. So,
But they just had a baby, so I haven't seen him for a couple weeks. So I need to message him and just get him your information or something.
Gilbert was talking about the hot rubber taste from the green hole in the garden hose.
Oh.
Yeah, you did get that.
But you didn't I don't remember being a kid and be like, I just remember being hot. It tasted like metal because the little metal nozzle at the end.
Yeah.
Because you had to put that part by your mouth.
Well, usually you're so thirsty.
But you can run it through. You can run it through before you could drink it. Like you can drink.
Yeah.
Usually you're so thirsty you don't really care at that point.
So hanging in there. Hey, Craig's in the house. What is going on? Cheers, Craig.
What's up, Craig? Does Craig ever sleep?
There? Barely, I think. Barely. Over there in the UK. New fridge installed 2 weeks ago. Looking for an oven now.
Oh, Vanessa, do you have gas? We have electric.
It's a personal question.
I knew as soon as I said it.
I think the same thing.
Came right out of my mouth. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to hear somebody comment about this.
You feeling a little
Oh.
12.
Yeah, sometimes.
She said, let me check the label on the Vermont maple. So I'd be curious who makes that one. Yeah. Todd Schultz standing. Well, you can tell her now. She might as well show up in the stream, her reflection in the window. So Deary saw you in the window.
Yeah. Back there straightening up the mess.
I in high CB, you hit something that hit him. I fixed it, I think. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I must have, when I was scrolling down, it must have hit something. That was weird, though. Because I definitely wouldn't hide CB. Cheers. And always good to question shit, especially Fox and CNN. Oh, you question both sides, yeah.
That's what we went to Tennessee, and my family is much more conservative than we are, and we have different views on things, but we were both agreed that we neither one of us believes anything that you see on the news. Like, I don't believe anything, which is bad because I don't know what to, I don't know what to believe because I feel like everybody's lying.
Yeah, well, you try to watch both and find something in the middle in between, really.
Yeah.
So.
back in the day, they had to report facts, and now they just report opinions.
Trying to get the ratings.
But that kind of changed with cable news because cable news became about the ratings and they became about the opinions.
That's a good point because
if you look at them, they'll have different. Like there's a CNN news and there's CNN opinion, and Fox is the same way. And when the news stations are closer to the middle, both on the left or the right, depending on which one it is, but they're both closer to the middle than the opinions, which are to the fringes a little bit more. And so most of your day is all opinions. Like prime time is opinions. Like people will say Hannity and them on Fox or, Matt Al on MSNBC and all that. They kind of hit on stuff, but it's more opinion type shows rather than the actual hard news. Like, if you look at if you watch CNBC, like Shepard with him being back, he gives the hard news. Like he doesn't take either side. That's how it was when we grew up watching the news and stuff versus other people giving opinions and stuff. Yeah. It's kind of like
it's definitely about ratings and stuff now for sure.
But he made a good point. It was because I don't really watch the local news, but local news really does just report the facts. Like they don't, but like the big networks, that's the ones I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Good point, Rod. You made me think.
BBC is really good to check out too because they're usually pretty down the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are, but
they have their tilt.
Yeah,
they do too.
But I'm seeing. I mean, maybe it wasn't the BBC. Maybe it was just I seen the news that was being reported in the UK, and which I agreed with what they were reporting, but I wasn't just facts; it was opinions.
It used to be funny.
Making you try to lean one way instead of the other.
I mean, if you do something like the AP, they're usually down the middle, and it used to be like Al Jazeera used to be down the middle, but you can't get Al Jazeera.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That sounds like a horrible news source.
Why is that? They were, yeah.
Al Jazeera, isn't that like in Afghanistan in the Middle East?
Somewhere in the Middle East, but they were always down the middle. They were seen as being down the middle in their news coverage.
Yeah, I don't think that they probably get all the information. I think their information is filtered.
Well,
I would think. I mean, I'm just saying.
They were pretty much. I mean, the groups that ranked and stuff like that, they were seen as being down the middle. And a lot of it. And I watched some of their news coverage when we used to get it here, and it was pretty much to the point. So I don't know.
You know what I want to learn more about, and I got into it a little bit today. Which this sounds like I'm just going to say this, and then we'll move on because this could go a lot of this. I want to learn about Syria. They've been in the civil war since 2011. I didn't know it. But that's
always
all.
Civil wars in the Middle East, though. There's there's always stuff going on. It's kind of like every time we get involved, it's like, why are we getting involved? This has been going on for centuries. We're not going to do anything but just lengthen it out more, and then we're going to get all our people involved on it. So,
but it started with overthrow. They wanted to overthrow the government, and then now it's just. And then I'm thinking, shit, that could happen here. But I don't know what state they were in before they tried to do that. I doubt they were.
Oh, they were nowhere like this over here. Yeah, I mean. It wouldn't last over here to try to do something like that. I mean, even though we saw what we saw on January 6th, it's like.
Yeah, I mean, it looked. I'm sure if you were watching that in other countries, you would think from the 6, you would think that the whole country was falling apart.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was bad. It was ridiculously bad, but it wasn't like wasn't that.
Yeah.
I mean, the actions were bad, but it didn't like shut down the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Although it would be funny to see other countries' narrative on how they cover that. Like,
TikTok. I mean, did you watch like Canada? People from Canada would be like, go on there and they'd be like, "We just want to check on you guys in America. Are you okay? Like, do you need us?" Like being like an emotional support friend instead of an emotional support pet. I am already fucking buzzed.
you only had one glass thus far, right?
I know. I don't know what's going on. I should probably just go to bed now.
We like Buzz Shannon, though.
I'm not going to like her in the morning at 8 a.m.
Making all that noise putting the washer in, right? Y'all need to quiet down over there. Oh, let's see. For the comments. I believe the tap rooms are open, but I'm going in. Hey, Shannon. That's what Dee Dee. Shannon cheers from Blake. The fam is back in town. I'm now having a Parker Street Porter publish a pub style porter by Moonhill Brewing. Nice.
Will you grab me one of those while you're up?
One of the ones I bought you?
Yeah.
I think I've had a porter in a little bit of time. I connect well pump in April after freeze time is going. Okay. No vaccine here, no help for me.
No soup for you.
No vaccine for you. Vermont Beer Maker, Springfield, Vermont. Nice. So much good beer out of Vermont. Still closed up here, but next week more opens maybe. Yeah, Ohio might be pushing to try to get their stuff open now. They announced tonight in the next couple weeks. I was like, we'll see what happens. Everybody's trying to go full open.
You know what, though? I'm glad that, and if anybody's from Texas or close to it, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but it's like, I'm glad that.
You know when it starts out that way, it's never.
No,
Ricky Bobby, with all due respect, and I do say with all due respect.
Right?
No, but I'm just saying that somebody's got to do it. And I'm just glad it's way over there in Texas.
Gotta do what?
Open up without the masks. I mean, I think it's too soon, but there'll be the test.
Mississippi did it already. Texas next week.
Well, we're
Mississippi went this week. Too. Yeah.
So
and Alabama's going to do it by April. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's against what the experts are saying we should be doing at this point, but
I'm not sure you can follow Texas anyway because they're trying to get away from being in the United States anyhow.
But
they were until the power went out. Once the power went out, they said, "Wait a minute,
what about us?
We got no electricity."
I'm wondering, like, the ratio, which I'm in Mississippi and Texas, of like the people that have been vaccinated, like, compared to how many COVID cases are going to happen without the masks. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I doubt a lot of them are probably vaccinated. Maybe they are, but, if they're ready to open up, I doubt they're being very cautious about it. So they probably aren't, a lot of them aren't vaccinated. So I'm just wondering, like, how that's going to go down.
Well, that'll be interesting, too, because then if some states are open and other states aren't, what if some states don't want to let those people in?
Right.
Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting for sure.
I mean, so some states that might have been more restrictive, like if you were Texas and you were trying to go to Colorado or something, and Colorado said, it's still a mandated thing.
Better states to compare.
How do you get like how do you, and they're like, you come in, you got to get quarantined or they won't. I mean, it could be interesting to see how it all plays out, I guess. I don't know if anybody thought that far out on it. I haven't heard anything about that yet. But remember when they were having stuff last year, some states weren't letting you in. They were blocking some states.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Well, that says you did have the gas oven as well.
I envy you.
Yeah.
Even though we've never had a gas oven or gas stove. We've only had electric since we've been together.
Yeah.
But we grew up.
Yeah.
Well, when mom and dad got divorced, that mom's house had a gas stove.
Over here.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had Boston baked beans, Vanessa, since college. We used to have a place called the Boston Beanery, and they make Boston baked beans. They're so good too.
Is that the candy? What's the candy? Aren't those Boston baked beans?
You talking about the little can? I'm talking about the actual Boston baked beans.
Well, I know, but what were those called? The ones sold next to the lemon heads.
Yeah, those are Boston baked beans.
Oh.
No, those are Boston baked beans. What are you trying to show there, Todd?
It's one of the ones that Shannon brought home, stopped by and picked up from our local brewery. Juiced what the doctor ordered.
It's like on a prescription pad.
Yeah, it's on a CRX, and then at the bottom there it says refill yes.
Yeah.
And Dr. OLPH.
Oh, I thought it said Dr. Cosby. I was getting a little worried there.
Oh God.
6.3%. So this is one they just released or tapped last weekend.
Rod, shh. Jesus
Dr.
Christ, Rod.
Cosby.
That would be the pudding pop.
Calling me out. Trying to drug my husband, and you're just.
It can happen.
He did. He ratted me out.
Let's see here. Pubs are opening in the UK on the 12th of April, outdoor drinking only. And it's been a while since they've had this stuff, I think, over in the UK.
You know what gets me about that comment more, though, than reopening is outdoor drinking. Because it's going to be warm enough to do shit outside. Yeah,
we were like 60 earlier. I think we're supposed to go down to 30 something tonight, but yeah.
Yeah, we were 30 this morning, and it got near 60, I think, today. And I think next week is supposed to be in the low 60s.
But today I was talking to some of my residents, and I'm like, I get, like, I don't think he may notice, I don't know, but I get seasonal depression. Like, I just get down in the winter, and it's just like I hibernate, and I just, compared to my normal.
I think everybody kind of
Yeah, they do. But it's just like the sunshine, you know, when one of my residents is having a bad day, I'm like, look outside. It's so pretty. The sun, it's warm. And I'm like, isn't that crazy how it just makes you feel better? Like, I already feel like a new person.
It's been even worse, though, with COVID, because you can't go out and do anything.
Well, I hope we didn't lose CB there.
There's what the beer looks like. Kind of
definitely look
cloudy.
So what's the difference between a New England IPA and just an IPA? That it's made in New England?
It's more, kind of has more of a creaminess, I guess, wouldn't you say? I don't know what you would.
I would say it's more
fruity flavored.
More fruitier than.
Yeah, I mean, and a little bit.
The hops that are used.
A bit more of the creaminess to it too, but not like a milkshake. But but it's definitely like a more pronounced fruitiness flavor.
So it's better than a regular IPA.
I mean, I don't know. It depends.
Well, it would be better for me because I like fruity.
Probably for you, yeah. Is
it sour? Like a because when I think of fruit and beer, I think of sours.
I don't know if you like this.
I'm not tasting it.
Okay. It's not. It's not really. I mean, to me, it's not.
Does it taste more like a New England, or does it taste more like a regular?
I'll smell it.
No, it tastes more like a New England for sure. I mean, it's actually pretty. I had it.
It smells just like a regular IPA.
So my brother and I went there last weekend. They actually tapped it last Saturday, and had cans, but so I had it on draft last weekend.
It's pretty dank.
It's pretty good. It's solid. I mean, it's
it's pretty.
I'm not gonna say it's not the best New England IPA you're ever gonna have, but it's solid. You know, it's a good one.
Yeah,
I think for the most part, everything they do is good. Like their kind of base stuff, like their Hefeweizens and their
that is good.
Blonde ales are good. You know, like just across the board, what they do is really good. Now, when I did see him a couple. Hell, it's probably been a month or so ago now. Last time I've seen him.
Who, Kyle?
Yeah. he's got, and actually we were there Saturday. They've got it in the fermenter, so he's doing a stout, but he's also doing variants of it with Girl Scout cookies.
What? You didn't tell me about that.
So they're not ready yet, but that's the next.
But which Girl Scout cookies?
I think he's doing.
I know you're going to tell me what I want to hear.
I think he's doing Samoas. I think he's doing
Thin Mints is what you're getting ready to say.
Thin Mints, and I think he's doing the Tagalongs. Is that the peanut butter ones?
Yes,
maybe.
Those are my 3 favorites.
I wouldn't swear to it, but I'm thinking those was what he told me.
Rod, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
The Do-si-dos and the lemon.
Oh, the lemons are good. But Do-si-dos, aren't they just like shortbread cookies?
Peanut butter, the other peanut butter cookies. There's 2 different types of peanut butter cookies.
That's the sandwich peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Nutter Butters.
Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah.
You like those better than the regular like chocolate peanut butter ones?
You mean the Tagalongs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them better than the Tagalongs, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I forgot to get them this year. By the time I went to go get them, I forgot to give the order to my wife's employee that had them, and they're already bringing them in, so I didn't get any for this year. So I thought you should
pretty much makes them.
Keebler?
Keebler makes Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, yeah.
You can get.
Do they?
Yes. I mean, they're not called Girl Scout cookies, but they have the Samoas, they have the Tagalongs, and they have the Thin Mints. They're just named something different.
You can also get them at Aldi, and they're just the same thing for about a third of the price. Even cheaper than the Keebler ones.
Yeah, but they're not supporting the Girl Scouts.
I'm not talking about the Girl Scout. I'm talking about the Keebler ones are even cheaper than the Girl Scout ones.
Well, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
The problem with the Girl Scout cookies, though, is they come up to you, and you're coming out of the store, and they're like, come and buy a Girl Scout cookie? I'm like, if I had cash, I would. I don't have any cash on me.
Yeah, nobody has cash anymore.
So what do they do? Like, no.
Some of them might take card now to get the little square thing, just put into a cell phone.
Oh, that's true. They might do that. I guess I should ask them
Let me tell you, my daughter, we put her in Girl Scouts when she was young, and come Girl Scout cookie time, I'm like, we are gonna fucking win this. And you know what happened is we won, but guess who had to take care of all that shit? Had to collect the money, get the order. It was a nightmare. And then, yeah. Girl Scout leader was ADD. You knew I was going to talk about her, didn't you? The Girl Scout. The Girl Scout leader. Oh my God, she would piss me off.
I didn't know if you was or not.
One time, I took a Xanax before the meeting because I knew she was a shit show. Shit show.
You take a drug before I go into this meeting here.
Yeah. And if I'm calling you a shit show, you know you're a shit show.
Oh shit! Craig said the puzzle can close since November 3rd.
Calling the kettle black, but it'd be even worse. It'd be even worse than that.
Yeah.
So is there something even worse than that? Like,
yeah, I mean,
even worse. Not you, but the other person.
Yeah, like.
Let's see. Chatted asks, start a live YouTube video with friends. What advice would you give them? And what kind of budget and software would you use? Well, I mean, depending really on what you want to kind of do. I mean, you could do like StreamYard here. You can get the free version, don't cost you anything. And they give you a certain amount of hours you can use per month. Software, a lot of people use their phones now. But I use, like when I actually edit stuff, I have like Movie Platinum 15 that I use for some of the stuff there. It's really as much as you want to spend or not spend. There's so many different things. There's so many free applications you can use now as well online that people will use for stuff too. So I think if you want to start a live YouTube video or channel, just do it. I mean, start with your phone. That's why I started this one, just using my phone and doing things like that and see how much you want to get involved. So many people try to worry about putting too much cost into everything else that they end up talking themselves out of it.
Yeah.
Or you just spend all the money and then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have spent all that money because this is a fucking fail. That's what I usually do.
Well, it's like some people buy it, and I got to get this like camera that costs $800, or I got to get this special software program, Adobe or whatever, it's $300, or get the lights and all kinds of stuff, and all that stuff just comes over time as you're actually building your channel.
Your personality has to shine first.
Yeah. YouTube, they'll tell you, like, you go through, they got a YouTube studio that you can go through, and the creator studio, and how to create stuff. And they tell you the biggest thing, just getting in front of the camera and doing something. Yeah. Don't procrastinate on everything else. And then just do it as you go. Know what you want to talk about and kind of go from there.
See, that's what I would like. I love this. Like, I love just sitting here talking to you guys, you and the commenter.
The what?
Fuck. I'm telling you, I'm not even 2 glasses in. The people that are participating in the chat.
Good save.
No, listen, if I don't know how to spell a word or say something, I can always rethink it into something more simple. But I'm just saying, like, I just love interacting with people.
Yeah.
But I put it off, and I'm like, no. But then when I do, I love it. So I'm like, and I talk myself out of like YouTube or whatever, or TikTok or whatever, because I'm just like, I just talk myself out of stuff, overthink stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'm not doing it for anything but just the interaction, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to do it, but.
You could easily do it.
Yeah, but I'm just like, the maintenance, that's why I talk myself out of it. The maintenance and the dedication, because I'm wishy-washy, and I don't want to be like, I have to do this and that, and I want to just do it when I want to do it. And I know that's not going to work.
Well, dependent. I mean, you want to do it to something you can do. I mean, the biggest thing with YouTube is consistency comes into play.
Yeah, and I'm not consistent.
People do it, but some people do it. They'll do it like once a month. It's just on a certain day, and you'll know what it is. So you'll do it once every couple of weeks. I mean, you choose a day and a time, and people just know when you're doing stuff.
And I was gonna say, you could do that unless you just want to do it live. I mean, you could do videos 4 days in a row, but you don't upload them until.
Yeah, and then you have to fucking edit and all that bullshit.
No, a lot of people don't edit when they put that stuff.
They have to.
A lot of them just shoot the video, upload it, and go from there. You don't have to edit. I mean,
that's what Joe does. I don't think he edits anything.
He just records the video and puts it up usually.
It just goes, yeah.
But I would feel my content like I need other people to have content. I can't just sit here and make content. I need like interaction.
I'm pretty sure you probably could. I'm sure you'd be pretty entertaining by yourself still.
I might lose my day job, but but it'll all be okay because one day I'll be
an episode is
all in, and that would be your job, and then you'd get enough people would be like,
a day in the life of Shannon would probably get a lot of views.
I know it would be either cleaning and taking breaks. Well, I would be dancing.
Well, I was gonna say, if you get your earpods.
Yeah, I do sing and dance when I clean, so that
they'd break the internet.
Yeah, that might.
There you go.
About 5 seconds, they'd be like, God, never mind.
Yeah, this bitch gonna stop. She didn't even clean that right. Yeah.
Oh, Craig, he's in the UK. He said, "Don't trust the BBC."
That's good to know, though. I mean, I always thought that was kind of middle ground.
They're pretty good on stuff. I know. I think, but consider over there, consider part of state media as well, too, right? Because it's not like our stations over here where they're commercialized as much. News stations are about selling sensationalism, including weather reporting. Every storm is the worst in the century. Yeah, well, nowadays, this is the worst one we ever had. Yeah, did you say that a couple months ago? Yeah. The way it is now, I mean, it's definitely more. You know, when I was getting my degree in college, which was in journalism, there was always the saying that we always had there: if it bleeds, it leads. That people just knew about. You know, it was kind of like that's the kind of stuff they would run to put out there first, like those type of stories and things like that. And there's an angle on when there's tension and stuff like that. And that's why there's your top stories that are being shown. There's, they're making money off of that kind of stuff too. So it's a business as well as the news, which
it's all about fucking money.
You think back to when it was kind of done, like say Ben Franklin time, it was more about the news. It definitely got commercialized over the years on stuff. So they even did a thing last year, or the year before, where they sent a blurb to all the different news stations that was really just an ad. And they got it all to the stations that would all read it and all this stuff. And all these stations were reading the same thing, exact word for word that they were finding from this whole thing. It was really basically the story that was kind of designed as a story, but it was really an ad for a company.
Oh.
So.
But was it like when they got it, they would use different? Is it semantics when you say something and you make it?
No, they had, but they take the copy and they feed it into a teleprompter, just like Anchorman with Will Ferrell, and they just read whatever's on the teleprompter in front of them.
Right.
So all these newscasters were reading all the same stuff across the country about this company, but when they looked at it, it was the whole thing was more kind of written as a story, but the story was really an ad for that company.
Oh, well, that's very clever.
Instead of them buying an ad, it was the news stations that were reading this copy. So
that's a very good advertising agent.
Or a corrupt news, depending how you look at it, because yeah, so they basically like when people buy it, they see it on the news, they take it for being the news. A lot of people, and really,
but what happened
in the story was true, but it was kind of the way it was done was kind of deceiving.
What's better, believing everything or believing nothing?
Ooh, I think we're going to questions game.
Here we go. Yeah.
I would say, what's better, to believe everything or to believe nothing?
Yeah, believing it. I ask you good questions all the time.
Yeah, this is pretty much my life.
Yeah.
I would say believe nothing.
Yeah.
I guess that to prove to be actually done. I hate to believe everything because then you're gullible for everything too.
Yeah.
That's a tough.
I was thinking believe everything because then you wouldn't believe anything. But as you just said that, I'm thinking it probably would be better to not believe anything because at least you're questioning.
But then you're not want to fight for anything. You wouldn't fight for anything that's right if you believe nothing.
I know. I mean, it's
I should have been a philosopher.
But if you believe nothing, then everything you'll do is to create your sense of belief.
You do nothing because it's like, what's the point?
Well, you believe nothing, but you would still do stuff. But it would only be true if you did it versus someone telling you. So you'd have to prove everything yourself if you believe
your
nothing.
moral compass.
Yeah.
Good point.
So
you answered my question.
You would be your own center of what is true or not.
Yes.
You believe nothing.
Oh, okay. I have another question. Okay, so here's the thing. I was like, people.
Pandora's box.
It's
opened up.
So I was thinking, if somebody's like telling you, you're such a good person, you do this, you do that. But it's like, you know what? Somebody gives you that compliment. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Like, you didn't make yourself a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you good? You didn't. You were born. I
feel like we've talked about this before.
Well, maybe we have. I repeat stuff. But, like,
you being a good person, you being a good person is someone's perception of you.
Yeah. But
you being a bad person is someone's perception of you. You're doing what you're doing. People perceive if you're good or bad.
That's true. But it's just like a good like, if you're a good person, you didn't make yourself to be a good person. I mean,
you could if you were following everything to try to be good.
There is nature versus nurture. Nature is, you didn't put nature in you. It's just nature. Nurture is from somebody else too. Didn't have anything to do with you. It was nature and nurture that made you good.
But it doesn't mean nature. I mean, if you see somebody fall down and you help them up, that's not a nature nurture thing, though, is it?
Somebody else taught you to do that. You just didn't.
Well, you could just do naturally. You can see little kids will see someone fall, the little kid will help another little kid up without being
nature. Nature.
But some little kids won't. Some little kids will sit there and laugh at the little kid that fell. They won't help them up. So is that their nature too, or lack of nurture?
It didn't have anything to do with the kid.
Such a wishy-washy. Which way you go with that one now?
Yeah, but either way,
because I know what you're saying.
Even if it was nature, or even if it was nurture, it still had nothing to do with you. One or the other influenced you.
Are you trying to say but you're making it seem like the individual can't control themselves?
I feel like
no, I'm not saying that at all.
I feel like nature would make you want to help that person regardless. Nurture, if you don't help them, then somebody's probably taught you not to help somebody,
or they taught you to help them.
Nurture would be caring. You'd help them up, I think, because of nurture.
Could be.
Am I not? am I not saying it right? Like,
No, I know what we know what you're saying.
it's like, okay, it's like this phone, okay?
I don't think it's that.
Either somebody's going to teach it or it's already programmed. The phone didn't
But you could
do
pick, but you could pick it up and learn. You could pick it up and learn it yourself without anybody teaching you.
No, I feel like that would be nurture. Somebody's teaching you to be nurturing.
Not if you just if you saw the object and you picked it up, like you have like a code breaker, for instance. You could learn it.
No, I'm saying the phone is you.
Okay.
And so this phone is just a bunch of metal. God, I'm so sorry I do this. So this phone is metal, okay? But somebody either has to program it or somebody has to tell it what to do or teach it. So
you're saying because they can't move it.
Those are the two influences. The metal had nothing to do with either. It was the influence of one or the other.
I see what you're saying there. Like pretty much it's an inanimate object. And so
if you are a body and you have nurture or nature, if you're a good person, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the person teaching you or the person programming you, which would be nurture versus nature. So I'm like, if I'm a good person, I don't get the, oh, you're such a good person, pat on the back. No, you didn't do nothing. You had nurture or you had nature that made you who you are. Like, so I'm a good person. I didn't do none of that. I had one or the other to make me that way.
You could also choose to not continue on that way, though.
You could. Yeah. Okay. Problem solved.
No, I know. No, I'm just saying, like, you're right. But you could also.
Yeah, but nurture, I mean, I'm just saying maybe there's something else besides nurture and nature.
Well, I mean, maybe
there's a third option.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could choose not to do that. Like, I can tell you do this, and then you go out and do something completely opposite. And you know you should probably do that, but you're going to do something else. You're choosing to do that.
Yeah.
Even though it's been, or, you know, your parents or whatever.
Well, now you've planted an idea in my head, and I'm going to have 5 million more questions.
Well, to Vanessa's thing, Vanessa's Syria, that's your Syria thing earlier. Long-term dictator, torturing and slaughtering, blah, blah, blah. That's what was going on with Syria.
Yeah.
But like Craig said, he is backed by Putin, and like most dictators are, yes.
I did read that about Russia's influence.
Yeah, I mean, they got, they're getting money out of Syria. Just like so if we have countries we deal with, we wouldn't anybody messing with them either because they're providing money to us as well. Canadians are just waiting to take over the states.
Gilbert, if that happens, we're voting you for president.
Eric, I would fucking love for the Canadians to take over me.
If that happens, Gilbert is the president.
I'm in.
Yeah, see, Dee Dee said Al Jazeera, a good news outlet here. Very good. But yeah, Al Jazeera was legit on their stuff. That's probably why they got ran out, because they were legit.
Was Borat the lead?
Oh my God, that was so funny.
No, he wasn't with us.
I love Borat.
Last report, not even at 10. Yeah, Texas is going to have issues when they pretty much do that. But, the two states I expect things to always go wrong in is Texas and Florida nowadays.
Yeah, well, true story.
Gas oven, wood-fired oven, and gas too. Nice.
I did find some property, and it was this little 900 square foot house on like 40 acres. I was like, we could live off the grid.
40 acres. Where was this at?
Up like Otisco area.
Farmland.
We neighbors with my cousin Dana.
Gilbert's drinking a Blood Brothers keg deal on Kickback APA, hopped with citric Galaxy and Strata. Nice. Boston baked beans, not the candy thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what the Boston baked beans. Yeah. Boston baked beans are good, and brisket are made for. I agree.
Brisket.
I agree. Some brisket with some bomb. Get some barbecue.
You need to make a brisket.
I got one in the freezer downstairs.
Oh, Uncle Morse's brisket was the best.
Might have to do that this weekend.
The Cosby, Buzz, and Roofie. Yeah.
That could be a video doing some smoked brisket.
But that's getting down to 16 degrees tonight. Wow.
Oh, damn.
It's cold. Texas has its own 5 mutations. So he has the 5 COVID boroughs of Texas.
Right.
Any IPA will vary from company to company. Well, different breweries have their spins on the different things, but usually I would say with the New England IPA, that would have been a good question with M last night, was more of that fruitiness type situation. You get more prominence there versus the other stuff. I like the blonde hooker. I got my brother hooked with him now. Nice.
Oh, I don't know if I'd be making that public.
I think we had a. Did we have this come up last week?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the blonde hooker that her brother was trying. Yeah.
You're like, what are you doing there? We still talking about beer here? What's going on?
Like a very good sister.
Oh, the chocolate mint.
Sounds like a great sister.
Bourbon from any state or Kentucky straight bourbon. Well, really, technically, to be bourbon, you're supposed to be made in Kentucky. Although now I think a couple other states are able to get that permission to brew it now or distill it.
Yeah, I think it all had to do with the water, wasn't it? The type of water.
Well, it was bourbon. It was Bourbon County. I mean, it was actually in that county. It had to be bourbon, but they do the distilling with the water, probably in the charcoal process that they use.
Is Bourbon an actual county?
Yeah, that's where bourbon comes from.
In Kentucky?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's any other bourbon counties there's got to be another bourbon county because there's a million Clark counties.
Yeah, a lot of states copy each other.
Kind of off topic, but just made me think of when y'all going to Red River Gorge.
We're going down like that first week in April.
Is that Kentucky?
Okay. Yeah,
that's in Kentucky, right?
I would love to go down there. Oh. That's where That's where people go to die all the time.
They go to die? Are you trying to tell me something?
No, they don't go there to die. They actually go there and then they die because they fall off the cliffs or whatever.
Fall off the cliff, bungee jumping, stuff like that.
But I think they have like 20 or 30 deaths a year down there.
Like the Grand Canyon.
Well, it's kind of like it. It kind of is like the Grand Canyon.
It's
not that big as the Grand Canyon, but
how far away is this? How come I've never heard of this place?
It's probably 2 hours from here, I think.
Yeah.
Where's it actually at?
It's like
it's in the western part of the state, right?
Is it?
No, I think it's eastern part. I think it's eastern part down towards West Virginia.
Okay.
I think it's I forgot the name of the city is, but from us it's like 2.5 hours, I think. Because you go 64 east towards it, I know.
Like
so for you guys, you would no, the other way.
No,
you would come up from Louisville toward Lexington.
Red River Gorge,
Kentucky.
Let's see. Shit.
Hey Siri, what city is Red River Gorge in?
Kentucky.
That's it, Stanton. Yeah.
Okay. I found this on the web for what city is Red River. Check it out.
Oh, this is
Stanton City.
I never even heard of that place.
So let's see how far it is. See how far it is from here.
I'm already looking to see what beer places are around there.
I'm telling you, since fucking COVID, I don't even think I could hike anymore. I've just been sitting on my ass eating. I think I'll have a heart attack to try to hike again.
That's the chocolate cover mint Oreos. I guess they're out now.
Ooh, chocolate.
So there's Lexington that you pass through.
Yeah, because I'm a big girl. You want to know what I did, Ron?
And there's Red River Gorge. So it's not that far.
I drove to Tennessee all by myself. Well, my daughter was with me, but without Todd.
Oh, yeah. Todd said you were down there when we did the show last week. You were down in Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah. I drove all by myself. And I made
you used to driving that far?
But it's probably an hour and a half for us.
Not too bad.
That's easy.
Less than 2 hours. It'd be less than 2 hours.
So are you like getting a cabin or?
Yeah, it's a cabin.
Did you like book it through Airbnb?
No, I think this one, it wasn't Airbnb. It was like
VRBO.
No, it wasn't that. It was either them or I think Red River Gorge. They have their own cabin type setups and stuff too. It was I had to go through a bunch of them just because so many people were renting that weekend.
So I used to work with a guy that him and his buddies used to meet there once a year. You know, guys he used to go to high school with, and he don't get together, but like that one time a year.
Yeah.
And last year they decided they're all too big and out of shape to be going to Red River Gorge because they used to like doing the hiking and stuff. So now they just meet up once a year, but they just go to a hotel and somewhere else.
That's fucking lame.
Just sit out and drink all night long.
I was saying, just bring beer to the cabin, right?
I used to work with Matt, you know.
Oh, well, you can sit and drink in a cabin at Red River Gorge.
They did do some hiking or whatever, and then it was like, it's just too risky. Too many people die there. We just don't want to go and die. We're just trying to have fun.
I would definitely die.
They got so many cabins with like pool tables and foosball tables and all kinds of stuff. The cabin we got is like right off the lake, I think, too. So
is it just the two of you?
Yeah. I could actually fish if I want to, but I don't know if I'm going to get a fishing rod.
God, fishing. I love to fish.
It's like a catch and release program, which I was never a big fan. It's like, you catch it, I want to cook it. But no, you're supposed to release it.
That's what she is.
I'm like, why put the fucking fish through that torture?
Yeah.
Like,
the fish is like, oh, you got me again. You got me again.
I just feel like
put me on the misery.
I just feel like that's just torture. It's like shooting a deer and leaving it there to die.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like so. But I saw we went to Lake Cumberland. People were down there kind of just fishing and drinking beers. I don't think they were trying to catch anything. They were just more just drinking a beer and had to fish and rod out of the water.
Well, I mean, it goes hand in hand. I think you have to do.
Yeah.
You can't go fishing if you're not drinking a beer.
Yeah, but of course, for me, my first thing is learning where the beer stores are around.
Well,
because I'll drop her off at the cabin and I'll go get beer. I'll go find out where the beer stores are so I can start loading up the car for beers to bring back.
I think that is so sweet that you and your wife are going to go in a cabin, just the two of you. It's very
You
sweet.
got some cabin stuff.
Well, we have a kid and she comes with us.
Well, yeah, well. You got a couple more years, right?
Yeah, no, she'll stay forever. She's never leaving. Nope. I'm not letting her go.
Be careful because sometimes they come back after college.
She can come back as many times as she wants. She's our only child. I'll take care of her forever.
That's definitely something different too than when we grew up. Because we grew up, it was like either you go to college or you're going to the military, but you're getting the hell up out of here.
Yeah. No, when I was a kid, nobody told me I had to do anything, but I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They knew you had it in you already. They didn't have to tell you.
I guess. No, we were dating. I'm like, Todd, we started.
You were nurtured.
You were nurtured. It wasn't your choice.
I wouldn't call it nurture, but something. Yeah, but anyway, I was like, always like, Todd, come on, let's get an apartment. Let's get an apartment. And he was always like, let's just wait. I mean, I was 19. We both never lived on our own. We both went straight from our parents' homes to an apartment.
We didn't wait that long.
Like 3 years. I think I was like 22 when we moved out. Because we dated for 3 years, and then we moved in together, and then we lived together for 3 years, and then we got married. Right?
Sounds right.
I think that's
it all runs together.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
That part is true. I just don't remember how old I was.
I remember how old I was.
Chad said, Tom, I give you a second half an A+ for her comment. And he said, Todd, I meant Todd. Tom, sorry.
So what did he say? He gave Todd an A+?
Sorry, Chad.
Todd always.
I give you a second half an A+ for her comment. You're the second. I guess you're the second half. He's saying he gives you an A+ for
give
your
your second half. Me, my second half an A+ for.
Well, whatever. Somebody got an A+.
You got an A+ for your comment.
I can't believe that. I got an A+.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you it all the time.
So sweet.
What's up, everyone?
I should have jumped on early. That's where you're at. They don't give a shit about me.
They do. They care about you too.
Canada is the CBC government funded. People 80 and older are currently the only ones who trust the CBC. So, yeah.
At least somebody does.
To better understand how to approve stuff. Well, yeah, math is all around us, as Vanessa will tell you.
I envy you.
I will play tomorrow. And we'll not get a hole. Have you ever got a hole in one, DD?
Do it, Double D. Get you one. I've never gotten one.
One of my residents,
I've hit the stick on a bounce. That was as close as I've ever gotten.
Oh, God, I bet that pissed you off.
I was pretty
happy. It's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, but then it was like, God damn it, I was so close, and I didn't do it.
There was one time I thought I got a hole in one. I hit it. It was kind of one of those deals you couldn't really was kind of elevated, so you couldn't really tell, and it went long.
And it was the pole's fault.
So it got it went over the green, but it got on there. It was going straight at it. And it was like, oh, where's that? And I couldn't find it. And we looked in the hole, wasn't there? I was like, shit. I thought for sure it was like, couldn't find anywhere around the hole or on the green. I thought for sure it was like, maybe it's a hole in one. I was like, nope.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Now it's in the woods, and I take a shot, take a stroke on top of it.
Too bad for you.
The closest I got to hole in one was 5 inches. Because that was actually during
I feel like that.
That was
I should have
no, that was during one of our
what?
that was during one of our golf tournaments. We had a scramble, and we were in a par 3, and I got it within 5 inches of going into the hole for hole 1.
Did it piss you off, or were you proud?
I was kind of pissed off actually, because it came up there, and the hole that we were playing on, it landed and rolled back toward the hole. There's a lady in the chair, because it was during one of our company tournaments, and on that green you would have won a car lease for 3 years.
Oh man!
And so it was rolling back, and she got up like to start walking over and had the thing in hand. Like she was really watching, like this ball was coming right back online to it.
Like this is going in.
You know,
this is going in, and then it stopped. But I ended up still winning the Callaway golf bag because I was the closest from the golf tournament that day.
I thought you walked up there so she could knock your ball away from the hole.
Well, she didn't touch the ball. We could see her. She didn't touch the ball, but it was just like people were next to me. They were like, oh, that thing's going to go in. It's going to go in. And it was just like it kept coming back, and then it just stopped. And it was like, son of a bitch.
I played one time with somebody got a hole in one.
Who?
Uncle Frank's friend Tim.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Uncle Frank.
No.
Did he buy the whole golf course drinks?
I don't know. He wouldn't buy
You're supposed to buy drinks from the golf course if you get a hole in one.
Shit. He
What am I?
He wouldn't buy you a drink just because you were dying of thirst.
Oh,
Like,
he
sorry.
would. Frank?
No.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't say he's bought me beer. But I don't think he didn't do it that day. He was, actually, he's the kind of guy who would always make an excuse of why he's not playing good that day.
Oh.
And then he hit the ball, and it was like, this is no way. And then he got up there and it was a hole in one. Then proceeded to tell you what he did wrong. I'm like, dude, you got a freaking hole in one. There's nothing you did wrong. I don't care if you hit it between your legs. You still got a hole in one.
Yeah.
Is Tim you?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure. Because that sounds like you.
You thought he was using himself. It was a story about him.
Give me my glass back.
No, you can't help
I
everyone.
got another
That's
glass and a whole bag of wine.
Cheers, Paul. What is going on, brother?
What's up, Paul?
Since I'm already a bad person, so no one can't teach me anything. Paul's probably the nicest guy in the world out there.
I do?
Shannon isn't drunk enough.
Yeah. I'm plenty drunk enough. Plenty drunk enough.
So like 2 drinks and that was it.
3 options. Understand reprisals are coming. Ass beatings need to come more often. Cheers, kitty. Make maple syrup great again.
Apparently, there's a maple syrup festival coming soon.
So I'm talking about, Eric. That's why if this actually merges, you're going to be the guy. You are the guy.
I've actually heard of that before, Vanessa. Cold Boston beans on a toast sandwich. I've actually heard of people eating that.
It sounds like something EB would eat.
Maybe.
Somebody from overseas sent him like.
Well, like Craig, you know,
shit or
like, I've eaten beans with breakfast because in the UK breakfasts they'll have beans.
Yeah,
and I pretty good with eggs.
I mean, what have you ever put on bread that doesn't taste good on bread? You can make a sandwich out of anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Although I rarely ever eat toast.
I like a piece of toast sometimes. I'll make 2. I'll make one with just butter, and then I'll make one with butter and jelly.
I think I'm more of a pancake guy, and after pancake, a waffle guy.
I don't really care for pancakes or waffles. I like French toast.
Oh, fancy, are you?
Oh, okay, Mr. Bologna Sandwich. Never had it until I was 50 years
I'm not
old.
putting powdered sugar on bread.
I did it.
You did it. That wasn't me.
Putting powdered sugar on the toast.
But now I don't need powdered sugar.
That's a little more fancier than fried bologna.
take the plate over to the tree and open the spigot so the maple syrup actually comes out.
I don't like maple syrup. I know we've had this conversation a million times. I like pancake syrup. Karo syrup with a little bit of cinnamon in it, basically. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that because I love maple syrup. Let's say Google, no, like my last comment. Oh, the blonde hooker. It is a beer variety Google moderator. Oh, did they block? Did they say something? I guess when you type it. Catch the fish to harvest or don't fish. Yeah.
Yes. Don't torture them.
Yeah, but they got these laws where if they're not big enough, you can't keep them anyway.
But that's a wet military.
But that's not your excuse.
No.
I mean, neither one of us know how to clean a fish, so we have no business fishing at all. So.
I mean, I can clean one.
I mean, we could, but we have all fucking bones and gills.
Don't really want to mess with cleaning one.
Chad said, if you come home like I was when I was in college, it's mom, like I'm home. By the way, here's laundry. Come home to do the laundry. There were times like that. Barbless hooks is the only way to catch and release. Oh, so I guess that's one that you can use where it's not painful for fish or anything.
The other can that's up there.
I just never, I've always just felt like if you fish, you should eat the fish, but that's always just been me.
Barbless hooks.
Yeah.
How do you catch a fish with barbless hooks?
It's the way you do catch and release. Let's see. Yeah, I've never used barbless hooks before, but Gilbert was saying.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. Apparently, I guess it's probably a better way for the fish.
Yeah, if you're just going to torture them, then it'd be easier to get a hook out that didn't have barbs. Be harder to catch them, too, though.
I was going to say, could you actually get them out of the water without any barb in them?
Apparently,
it would be harder for them to get off without a barb, or with a barb. But if you still, like, if I grabbed you by your ear.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would still go through.
Yeah, you might still come with me, but if you're weak, or you'll come with me if you're weak, but if you're strong, you're going to fight against it, and then it'll slide out. But, some people just have more fight in them than others. Maybe fish are the same way.
True.
Yeah, the fish do fight with you, though. Trying to get pulled out. Let's see here. But I think I got caught in comments finally there, almost. I saw videos of juggle jibs and live fish they sell. Looks amazing.
Oh, yeah. Chad, the last time we were there, they had a fresh fish on the ice, which Rod knows what it looks like. They just laid on the ice.
When we went?
Yeah, that sucker was probably.
How much did it cost?
I didn't see a price on it. I didn't even know what kind of fish it was. It was just laying on it. I just walked by and just saw it on the ice, and it was probably 2 foot long. I mean, it was a good size. I would imagine that thing was probably expensive.
Was that the weirdest thing you saw it?
No, the weirdest thing I've seen there was an actual full pig's head just sitting there.
Oh, a juggle jibs? Yeah.
The weirdest thing I saw there
that wasn't this time. That was the very first time.
Yeah, well, when I went with Heather and Stephanie, we looked at all the. So my friend, when she turned 40, she wanted to go to IKEA and Jungle Gyms, and I'm like, "You want to go to a grocery store for your 40th birthday?" I'm like, "Okay, we'll go." So we went, and we were looking at all the specialty items, and they had an ostrich egg,
and
it was $50 for an ostrich egg. But I'm like, is that like
they're supposed to be really good. Vanessa's probably had one.
Is that like a cultural thing? Like, is there certain cultures that like ostrich eggs? Because I think it was under like certain cultures. You know how they.
Well, I mean, if wherever you're at, an ostrich is the main thing or whatever.
Wouldn't that be fucking awesome if you lived in a country where ostriches just ran around?
Those things are freaking huge.
Yeah. Well, it's a delicacy.
Where's an ostrich? Is that Australia or
an ostrich?
I know they have them here too, but I mean, just like running out.
I think I believe they have them like through Africa as well.
Africa, okay.
Oh, I got a question. If you could live in any country, what country would you live in?
No, Man, I've
Please
only
don't say
been to a few
fucking America.
I haven't been to the other countries actually,
Right. Yeah.
but
In your mind, the
in
imagination
my mind, if I had
and
to
the
base it on,
dreams.
if it was my mind, I had to base it on beer, it'd be Belgium. Just 'cause I
Germany,
love
really?
Belgium
Isn't it
now.
in Germany?
Belgium? It's like
Oh no,
France,
that's an actual country. Isn't
next
it?
to France. Yeah,
Dear God, I need to think before I speak.
it's next
The
to
wine
France.
kicking in.
Yeah, but all the great Belgium monasteries in the
What's
Belgian.
Belgium close to though? Like,
I just said France.
oh, France. See, I think French people are
It's kinda
assholes.
France, Holland, right?
Yeah, but you could be a French asshole and people will still think you're kind of cool because when you like cuss people out, it sounds
I
so
would
eloquent.
never fit in the UK, but that's where I'd want to be.
I mean, we live in America. I don't know that you get much bigger assholes than that.
No,
Yeah.
French people think that, and maybe they are, but like the UK, they're all so proper. And because I watched the Real Housewives of the something.
You think they sound and seem proper? Maybe they are.
No, I am so invested in England and Europe. Not Europe, but like the UK. Like they're all so proper and they're not loud and they're just polite.
Where's Craig at? Is he still on here? Are you guys?
Yeah, I don't know if Craig got to sleep.
Oh,
But I
they're
was just,
proper.
apparently she's never seen Peter either, or
Yeah, right.
talk to Harry and
No, I watched this YouTube
Well,
channel.
who are you doing with on Saturday? Is it Harry?
Dean. I got Dean on
Dean.
Saturday. I'm gonna be teaming. Yeah, Dean's over in the UK.
No, I watched this YouTube channel and it's Joel and Leah, and they are from the UK, and they always do their videos are like usually America versus the UK, and they do like comparisons of houses, culture, and all that stuff. And pretty much like they're like, I wish I could be more American because they're just like, I don't give a shit. And they're like, we always have to be polite, but their politeness makes them sarcastic because they have to be passive aggressive and they can't just like come out and be rude. So I do appreciate sarcasm.
Well, apparently you never seen a soccer game in the UK because they are not a quiet people.
No, well, they're just letting their aggressions out because they're shut down in the real life.
Or a rugby game.
Oh, who's excited, which I'm sure nobody on this thing, for Meghan and Harry's interview with Oprah on Sunday?
Yeah, nobody here.
I'm so excited.
Why? I don't understand why Americans care that much about royalty.
I think it's
That's kind of the reason why
because-
people left England. They came over here to get away from that.
You're right. Everybody came here to get away from it, and then it was like, oops. Joke's on you. No, they live in LA right now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they're here. They left. Megan's like, I can't stay with these people over here.
Poor Harry, though. I think Meghan is.
Harry was fine. I think Harry was tired. Harry's more like Diana. He was getting tired of a lot of that stuff. He just was.
Yes, I do love Harry, but I also love Kate Middleton. Like,
Yeah.
William, he's a little stuffy.
It's.
Maybe
I mean,
he's,
I don't know.
maybe he
I don't
That's
get the
just
big
the press.
draw. I mean, it's tradition, but I mean, outside of that, I don't see what the big draw is. You're basically just worshiping a family that keeps turning over and over and over that doesn't have to do anything. They're just born into being rich.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just me living here in Sellersburg, Indiana, and
Every little girl
I'm
wants
sure
to be
they're
a
all
princess.
fucking miserable. Like, I don't want to be one of them, but it's entertaining.
Oh, I don't think they're
to watch
miserable. I think they enjoy the life. A lot of them. I know I would if I had that much money. I'd be like,
They would. I think they would, but they're still human beings and they can't be who they want to be because they have to fit into a box. So that's just like movie stars too, or celebrities, They want all the perks, but they don't want to pay the price for the perks.
yeah. Gilbert said, a lot of my ancestors were loyalists, so I'm closer to Schwarzenegger to run for office, son. Yeah. Well, he was governor for California for you. I mean,
What's
if it wasn't for the
loyalist mean?
Constitution, It's Loyalist Party up in Canada.
Oh, so is it like
When they came
Democrat or
over, they
Republican?
were like no. When
Loyalists?
they came in from England, so loyalists were loyal to the crown when they came over
Oh,
to England.
everybody's frowned upon by somebody.
Like some in Canada are French, some are English. When their ancestors go back, like so the ones that were loyal to the crown.
You know, when we were in Jamaica, I learned that a lot of Jamaicans, Conrad told me this, like Jamaican men try to get a Canadian woman, and a lot of the Jamaican men his brother moved to Canada with his wife. Conrad thought that his brother's wife is a bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm sure his brother's probably happy. I don't know why you'd be happy in Canada instead of Jamaica, because Jamaica is like the most beautiful place on earth.
It's like a third world country, though.
I know, but
yeah, but see, you see it from a different.
You see it from a tourist coming in.
Just like people always want to come to America, and we see it as something different.
Yeah,
like not necessarily different, but like everybody always seems like U.S. is such a great whatever, compared to what they live in. Maybe it is, but what you're used to, maybe it's not.
But what is great? Like if I lived in Jamaica, yes. If I lived in Jamaica and I was worried about putting food in my belly and paying rent, yes, I wouldn't want to live there. But if I could pay my rent and my utilities and eat and then go look at the fucking ocean.
That's what I'm saying. He probably wasn't living that life. Like he's probably struggling, probably didn't get any money, so he's just trying to get out any way he could. He wasn't worried about everything else around.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know his story or
right, that's what I'm saying. Like most of the people there, like Rod is saying, it's a third world country. They're trying to get out from there. Like we want to go there because it's beautiful and it's a vacation place. Like if you live there, you might think something. If that's all you knew, it's probably
I get that perspective. I mean, I could understand that, but
Big Daddy said from Chicago. Where the Southerners exactly from? I think you hear Shannon's twang coming through a little bit.
I'm not even Southern. I think I just have a speech impediment.
No, everybody thinks we're from the South. Like,
yeah.
I just remember back in my college days when we used to go to Florida for spring break for baseball and walking up and down the beaches and stuff and talking to different girls or whatever, and they would think we were.
Oh, you talk to girls?
They would say, "Where are you guys from? You guys from Texas or Tennessee?"
Yeah.
Or, no, we're from Indiana. Or like, no way, Indiana. You sound like you're so Southern.
There's an ant on our table. Don't kill him.
What are you talking about?
There's an
Why
ant.
not? It's an ant. Kill the ant.
I'll put him on a plant and he can live his life.
He's gonna call the other ants.
I know.
That's what they do. Like one goes out to kind of detect things.
You're worrying about shit that's not even happening. So we'll worry about that when it happens, Roger.
So when all the ants come, then you'll worry at that point.
Then we'll worry about it.
I'll get him later.
And then I will rehome them outdoors. I will rehome them.
Or you could just get the raid and kill them right in the process and not have to worry about them. You like to save every little thing, don't you?
I do. Everybody deserves to live their life.
It's not a body; it's an insect.
And literally, you see from Chicago, that's basically the top of Indiana. We're just at the bottom of Indiana. I just think I was lazy and I never really learned how to talk right.
No, I'm just saying, people, when you go out of the region, think we're from the South.
But I have never heard like a Southern accent from you. I've never thought that you talk.
Well, it's because you're from here.
Maybe.
Like when we go to Tennessee, like they sound like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's just a regional thing.
Yeah, Tennessee is.
We may not sound that way, but when you go maybe in the Northeast, then you sound Southern. But you go down there, we may not sound as Southern as them. But when you go to other places that
I see what you're saying.
People don't know where you're from. They might think, "Oh, you're from the South." You're like, no, not really. But
Gilbert said, "For the Barbies, you keep line tension, and that's the land." And actually, for the Loyalists, I was wrong. They were part of the group of people that were chased out of America after the revolution to Canada, but they were still from people that kind of went back.
So, what side? The revolution. Okay, so the revolution was shit. All I can know about the revolution was the big, simple guns. So the revolution was before the Civil War, right?
Yeah, that's how it was formed. America.
So were they fighting the Indians? I don't understand what they were.
We were fighting England.
It's not an IPA.
Why would you fight the English? The English are the best.
How did America get formed, Shannon?
Because we fucking stole the Indians' land. That's what happened. Because we're fucking
before the Indians' land. Who did we fight? Todd, help me out here.
Before the Indians, who did we fight?
The British are coming. The British are coming.
The Tea Party. The Tea Party, right?
Not the Tea Party. The Tea Party's now. We had the Tea Party
no,
against.
There was an actual England.
We had a Tea Party, but who was the Tea Party against?
It was the English. The English
we
and the Americans.
And then we fought the English. Right. So
you're fucking quizzing me. Just tell me what happened. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
You had to fight the revolution before you can get to the Civil War. The Civil War was between America and itself. We weren't American until after.
So who won?
We got away from
the
England.
Americans won the revolution. The revolution.
In America, we say so. In England, they're like, maybe we kind of call
the English were probably right.
English are like, we wouldn't say you really won. We just kind of decided to go home.
Yeah, we just give it to you. We're tired. We're going home.
So,
go ahead.
So the English came here, and then the Americans already stole the land from the Indians.
She's perplexed.
It was kind of in the process. So the Pilgrims came, and the Pilgrims made contact with Indians, right? That's why you got like the Thanksgiving type thing, which ended up leading to Pilgrims. A different thing. But
why do we celebrate Thanksgiving?
I mean,
that's a fucked up holiday.
Well, some people look at it that way now. Yeah, I mean, but when we were told in school it wasn't, like everybody got together like a kumbaya moment. But then you find out later on it really didn't go that way.
I'm ashamed.
So did the same thing happen in Canada? Because they have a Canadian Thanksgiving also.
I think the Canadian Thanksgiving did it because we did it. I think they wanted something up there.
But it's not even the same time. It's like months ahead of time.
Yeah, Gilbert have to explain that. Like, I think they just did it because they got tired of America having one and they didn't have one.
Like, okay, we need something to think. We're just gonna have a big food fest.
I'm ashamed of my heritage. I really am. I'm ashamed of it.
Why are you saying your heritage?
Because I'm not ashamed of being German and Irish because I don't know. Maybe I should be, but I don't know that history. I'm ashamed that I'm here and what it took for me to be here. That's what I'm ashamed of. I fucking hate the Indians should have all of this land. That's a beautiful culture.
Yeah.
Oh, but I forgot. Oh, see, I'm being not politically, I can't remember the word, but I'm not supposed to say Indians anymore.
You're supposed to say Native American? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Redskins can't say that.
No,
either.
I know. I know you're not supposed to say that.
I know, because Washington Redskins.
But I had a question because I said Indians, and somebody said you're not supposed to say Indians anymore. And then I was like, so if I can't say Indians, what am I supposed to call an Indian reservation? Am I supposed to call it a Native American reservation? And they're like, no, you can still call it an Indian reservation. I'm like, that don't make any sense.
A lot of things don't make sense anymore.
Can't have green eggs and ham no more.
I mean, I don't want to like teach me. Like, I don't want to be.
There's a lot of things with God. That's a whole different session we could get into. But there's a whole different lot of things. The culture, just the whole Dr. Seuss thing this week. That's a whole different type of level and things that you can go to. But there's a lot of things that are like.
But we're learning.
Like in our culture that like I have friends that are like that are gypsies. So there's things in our culture. Yeah. Romanian, like they were gypsies, and there's stuff in our society that kind of goes against them, and people saying stuff too that are like negative connotations.
I always wanted to be a gypsy.
Yeah. So, but I mean, society just has that stuff. I mean, you're always kind of learning.
Okay.
stuff.
But I have a question. It's like when I say stuff like Indian, like that's just what I was taught. And when I say it, I don't mean to be insulting or because when I say Indian, I just think of a Native American. It's just the word I was given to describe them. But like, I think they're the most beautiful. Like, if I could identify with anybody, it would be an Indian because it's, or a Native American, because it's just like the earth and the spirits and like I get that, but I don't ever want to offend them. But I'm just like, so teach me, but don't judge me.
Yeah,
you know, like I'm sorry, but if I offend somebody, I'm like, I'm sorry I offended you, but receive that I am really sorry that I offended you. It's just the way that it was ingrained in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want to be better and I want to learn and I want to know. Like the biggest, I feel like my purpose on earth is to learn.
Yeah.
Teach me.
Nothing wrong with that. You can always learn. You can always stand and learn more.
Oh, I love to learn. Not about subjects, but about people.
Yeah. And Gilbert said he knows Brits and they're rude and they love being rude too.
They're passive aggressive. That's what they are. They're passive aggressive.
Gilbert said it is almost a South accent. And then Big Daddy says you both have Southern accents.
Oh, really? I think like when we go to Tennessee and I hear them, I'm like, they sound learning impaired. Like it's cute, especially a woman. It's like that's really like attractive. Like when a woman is like but I don't feel like I feel like it makes them sound dumbed down.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like it makes you sound ignorant.
So where would Big Daddy think we were?
By the way, I don't know. Where did you think they're from, Big Daddy? If you didn't know they were from Indiana, where would you think they were from?
But
to
like,
point, yeah, I knew the loyalist Georgia crown. I just didn't realize he came
considered?
from America.
Why is the South considered like Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, but not Florida? Like when you think of somebody from Florida, you don't think of them as having an accent. I don't anyway.
Oh, you go to Jacksonville.
Somebody from Florida is having a Southern accent.
I think
you go to Jacksonville. You go to Jacksonville or Tallahassee. They got Southern accents.
Yeah.
Like Miami shouldn't even be in Florida because it's totally different. It's like people from New York moved to Miami, so it doesn't even feel like
or heavily Cuban accent.
Yeah,
Cuban-esque or whatever.
I got a question. What nationality do you think is the sexiest? Like women, what nationality do you think has the most beautiful women?
Brazilian.
Do you remember? Do you remember when we went?
Dog?
No. When we went to Jamaica. I don't think you were with me and Holly when we went to the gift shop. Do you remember that family? And there was a really good-looking guy, and there was a really pretty girl, and she wore a G-string. They were from, and we met them. Me and Holly were in the gift shop for
Yeah, no, it was just them two.
No, her parents were with them.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because her dad wore the Speedo. It was like all wrinkly and he wore the Speedo.
I didn't notice
Was he trying to see
everybody
that?
else.
Yeah. But anyway.
I remember the G-string, but I don't remember the G-string on him.
I mean, she was really pretty, but she didn't have much of an ass. I mean, she had an ass, but it wasn't like, you know. But anyway, they were from, no, not Argentina. They were from Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah.
Nice country too. Yeah.
I made a lot of friends when we were in Jamaica, but I didn't I don't know where they are now. I didn't connect with them on the internet.
You didn't get their information.
No.
I would have thought you was a stalker if you was trying.
No, I don't feel like I have stalker vibes.
Big Daddy said Tennessee.
Tennessee area.
Yeah.
Which Santa goes out of Tennessee, so I have a heavy hoser accent, so I can't say nothing.
A?
Yeah, I worked with a nurse. And she was from Canada, and she would always say A. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Canadian
She was
Thanksgiving.
so sweet. She was the nicest. She was the nicest woman ever. I loved her. But oh God, this is some tea. So she was screwing around with the maintenance man, and everybody was like, oh, her and Marshall got something going on. And I'm like, no. Well, she was screwing around on her husband, and she got pregnant by the maintenance man. And then she passed it off as her husband's child. And then, the husband found out, and now they're still together.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know that shit actually happened.
Did you say this is tea?
It's tea. Yes, like spill the tea.
I know, but Howard Stern just talked about this the other day because the Golden Globes people were saying, we got tea. This is so tea. He was playing all these clips and everything was tea. He was like, yeah. Why the fuck do you say that? That doesn't even make no. Why do you say like this is stupid?
You're spilling the tea.
Well, I know, but it just sounded dumb.
Like spilling your secrets.
They shouldn't just say we have
a secret.
Secret. They would say, "Oh, this is such tea," or
whatever.
Because
Howard Stern lives in his basement and he paints watercolors. He doesn't know what's going on.
It was funny that you just said that because I've never actually heard that.
It's a YouTube thing.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Maybe
There's
it is.
Whole channels about.
I mean, I'm on YouTube, but I've never seen anybody say it. But maybe it is. I just don't see those channels.
Well, apparently the red carpet for the Golden Globes last weekend. I don't know who the gay guy was that was announcing, and then was the one that was on the dark-haired girl on with the two gay guys and the Ted Bundy or Al Bundy was on.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
He's talking about the
time.
Peggy Bundy?
No, her husband. Al.
You're talking about when he was married to the Spanish chick show or whatever?
Yes. What was that show?
I never watched it, but I know the wife he was married to.
I want to say Family Matters, but Family Matters.
Shut up, because you're saying that and that's in my head. Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Yeah.
The girl, the one that was on the daughter on there. She was part of that too. With like the three of them.
I know who you're talking about.
There was another girl that was on there. And they all kept saying everything. He played the clips and it sounded so ridiculous. Like, this is so tea. That's tea. Tea. It was like, this is stupid. It didn't even make any sense. Tea.
Listen, I fucking love
Just
Howard
say
Stern.
Good. No.
Like, Howard Stern can talk about nothing and I'm interested. Yeah. He's the only reason I have Sirius. He really is.
It's pretty good.
Him and Robin.
You don't even listen to it, do you?
No, I do. I listened to it today in my car.
No, but my thing is, that was just funny because you said that.
You've never heard Spill the Tea.
I've never heard that until like 3
I've
days.
never heard it. I never heard just Shannon said it, so.
And you said that, it just made me think it's like you kind of like.
I kind of just went over
it. Now
undertones, I guess. I was like, what?
I was kind of going over it, and then Todd backed the bus up, and it was like, okay.
Hang on, we're gonna not let that just slide over.
I think she said it, but I'm not gonna ask her about
You've heard Spill the Tea, right? Yeah. My daughter's 16. She knows what Spill the Tea is.
Maybe it's a woman thing. Maybe it's a girl thing. I don't know.
Well, that's silly.
It's not silly, Kylie. You keep living your life.
It might be silly to me because I've never heard it before, but I just thought it was funny because outside of the other day, that's the first time I ever heard anybody ever say it. Was you
spilling the tea like dropping a dime?
I've never heard it.
I've never heard drop the dime. Men, though, no, I sent Todd a TikTok the other day, and it's like, I don't know if you and your wife do this, but it's like, I sent him a TikTok, and this is him, like, he'll go out and have beers with his friends. And
Todd, do you watch TikTok?
Huh?
Does Todd watch TikTok?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, he sends me TikToks. I send him.
I'm just wondering because she sends me stuff when I don't watch TikTok. She always sends me TikTok. Like I don't watch.
It's fucking bad.
I was not getting on there I was not gonna do it.
I wasn't either gonna.
Then I finally did, and just like, oh my god, it's like falling down the rabbit hole.
I'm laying in bed trying to read a book, and Todd literally like in the next room, and Todd's like, I keep getting all these notifications. I'm like, I'm trying to read my book. And then he'll be like, did you watch my TikToks? And I'm like, no. And he's like, you don't ever watch anything I send you.
No.
I do. I just don't.
Don't ever read my messages. Don't.
I mean, you're going to see me in like an hour.
You know what I'm going to watch tomorrow? Coming to America 2.
I was going to ask you if you was going to do that.
Coming to America 2. Coming to America 2.
I'm not excited.
Although, do you really have to say 2? Because the title is actually Coming to the number 2 America.
Oh, is it? I thought I just.
Yeah.
So it should be Coming to America Again.
No, but unless you see it, you wouldn't know. You have to say Coming to
I'm
America.
not that. I am not that.
The numbers playing into it. I see what you're saying.
We're going to watch the original one tomorrow, and then we're going to watch the second one.
I am not watching. I've already seen the first one like 10 times. I don't need to watch it again.
10 times. When's the last time you saw it?
4.
20 years ago?
Yeah, but I've seen it 4 times at least.
Well, if you saw the first one, you should want to see the second one.
I will watch the second one. I'm not excited about it.
You should be. Did you guys watch Snowfall yet?
Is it free or do you have
Oh,
to pay
you haven't
for
watched
it?
Snowfall yet? Still?
I have. I'm not
Okay.
caught up on the latest episode.
Okay.
I tried to watch Snowfall. It was too complicated for me.
So get this, Rod. All right. So I started watching Snowfall. She goes, yeah, I'll watch this. 4 episodes in, she goes, it's too complicated. This is the person that watched Game of Thrones 45,000 fucking times. That's not more more complicated than Game of Thrones. Good Lord. There's like 3 outfits you have to follow. That's it.
Is it super important for you to watch? For me to watch Snowfall?
No, I'm just saying.
Well, then I'm not going to do it.
Well, I don't care if you do or not, because you watch 45,000
Sounds like
other
you care.
things. No, I'm just saying. Like you said, I'm just trying to explain to him. You said it's too complicated. What's the more complicated, Snowfall or Game of Thrones? Really?
But the guy on the airplane, he confused me.
I know.
The guy in Snowfall.
Teddy confused you? Teddy
Yeah, because he was like, I'm here with the kid in the camp. And then he had bricks of cocaine, I think, in his plane. And he was like a CIA agent or...
It was probably when she was watching TikTok and not paying attention.
No, TikTok wasn't out when I was watching that. No.
That was 4th season. I'm sure it was.
I just started watching TikTok during quarantine.
I'm just teasing you.
Okay, well, maybe I'll try again.
I like Gilbert's idea. Their Thanksgiving is just really to get drunk and eat food. So that's how.
Yeah, that's pretty much what our Thanksgiving is.
Yeah. Drinking on a Town Good Great Grand IPA. Got some Azaka, Laurel, Hill Melon. Nice. Yeah. So tomorrow it comes out. Well, actually, midnight. I guess it comes out. So
is it free on Amazon or do you have to pay for it?
No, HBO Max. If you got HBO, you got
HBO Max. Okay.
Free on that. Yeah.
What's on HBO? Oh, Coming to America. We'll have to watch it in the bed.
I thought I saw Amazon Prime bought it.
Amazon Prime. Maybe they have it then. I get confused. We have both of them. So
I think it's on Amazon, but I was wondering if it was free or if you have to buy it.
If you got Prime, it's free.
Okay.
You guys have Prime, right?
Yeah.
But King Kong versus Godzilla comes out next 2 weeks, I think, and that's on HBO Max. I want to see that one.
So at this point, do you ever think they'll go back to the theaters?
They will.
At some point, they will, but it's just
It's gonna be
I don't
a
know,
while.
comfortable. But the drive-in theaters are coming back in a lot of spots now.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Popcorn's gonna be $20 instead of $12.
People go to the drive. I mean, why even go to the theater now? Like, some people have the big TVs. They got the theater style seating in their homes that people buy nowadays. It's kind of like
right.
your own movie experience at home, you know. No line.
If they charge you $20 for the movie, I mean, you could watch 4 or 5 people could watch it for $20 instead of $150.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather just watch it at home. I mean, for me to go to the movies, it has to be something for me anyway to be on a big screen. Like when I go to like see Avengers or something like that, that's on the big screen. I want to have all that action on a big, theater type scene, special effects and stuff. But for most movies, watch them right at home.
So there was this movie, which I went to my brother's tonight, and I was talking to him about it. Of course, me and my brother are like very different, but A Promising Young Woman, didn't you think that was a really good movie?
I was on Washington, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, but it's about this woman, and she is kind of like, my brother's like, oh, yeah, she thinks men are awful. They're all awful. And he's single, and it's just a whole shit show. But anyway, she goes to these bars and acts like she's fucking wasted, trying to bait men that are like, I'll take care of her, and then take her home and act like, like they act like the good guy, like, oh, come on, you're drunk. And then they take her home and try to like take advantage of her. And then she wakes up and she's like, oh, I'm not drunk, But there's a whole other storyline to it because, like,
there's a reason that she's doing
yeah, it's a really good movie. And it's on Regal TV now. It's
Never
a really
heard
good movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's got the best
Pretty
ending
good.
ever.
It's kind of one of those, like you'd see it and you're like, okay, but then the end of it, you're like, oh shit, like you don't really see it coming, sort of.
Yeah, it's got the twist at the end.
But it does have a pretty good plot to it, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, her friend in college she was in med school, and her best friend got gang raped by all these men. And so that's her reason to like try to make these men pay for it. And I can't really say much else without giving. I can't give it away, but it's a very good movie. No, it's a very good movie. And I'm not a man hater, like maybe a little bit, but I mean, I don't hate men. I mean, I don't know.
You watch Lifetime?
What'd you say?
Do you watch Lifetime?
No.
You used to.
Yeah, but I mean, after the first 3 movies, I realized every single movie is the same. Yeah. No, but I do watch Dateline, and that shit don't lie.
Dateline, don't lie. Didn't that guy get in trouble for Catch a Predator for lying on something? He did something wrong.
I don't know.
Chris Hansen.
He was probably a predator too.
There was something he did. I can't remember, but yeah, I don't know if he does it or not still, but yeah.
Do they even do that anymore?
No, they don't. No, not for a long time.
I think he got in trouble for something, and they kind of
because he was around it for so long. He's like, I know how to get around this shit. Watch this. Hold my beer.
Probably.
Oh man.
No, because like, oh shit, here we go. I've seen this story before.
So there's an app on TikTok that shows a man that has a beard, and then
with that one.
Yeah, and it shows him without the beard, like the filter. And this man was like trying to follow his wife around, and he didn't have a beard. And she's like, quit doing that. Like, and he looked like, instead of his beard, it was all skin, and you look like 6 chins. Did you see that one?
No.
It's pretty funny. I'd like to see you fat.
Fat Todd.
Make me feel better about myself.
Fatter.
Oh, that's funny. 10:54. I guess we're going to wrap up here.
Right. No, just thinking. Has anybody ever said to you that you look like the tag team dude on the from the rap group? On that commercial. They're scooping ice cream. Do I?
The Quad City what you call them from the Geico commercial?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
You know what I'm talking about? The guy
because of the beard now. You haven't seen it? Tag team does a Geico commercial now.
Yeah.
It's like chocolate.
She's gonna pull it up. I've told you this.
Well, maybe this will.
Nobody's ever. Memory. I think the dude on the end that's got the beard too kind of looks like you.
They scoop. There it is.
Geico.
Scoop. Yeah. There it is.
Commercial.
It is a catchy commercial though.
It is. It's funny because the dude.
It's pretty funny.
She's looking at him. He's like starting to dance.
Yeah, then she starts dancing with them and everything. So yeah.
So he didn't get in trouble. That guy. From the distance, that it kind of looked like Rod. Like, he just kind of like starts dancing, and then his wife or whoever looks at him like, "What are you doing?"
And the only thing he looks like, she got a white beard.
I had to get a bucket hat for that. Yeah. Scoop, there it is.
I do like the commercial. No, I
know where you're getting it from, because when we went to the beer festival, you had the hat on with the bill, the hat you had on, and the white beard. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You do look like him with it. Yeah, I understand.
Gilbert says, I hate men too, especially white. At least I wouldn't get counsel for saying white.
Hey, I can't say I don't agree with you.
That whole counsel thing, is it counsel culture or is it consequence culture? I don't know if it's all. Like, people try to make it think of the whole Mandalorian chick getting fired. I'm like, they're counsel. Like, they're not counseling the Mandalorian chick. She said some shit that was against her contract. So that's her consequence of her actions. It's not being counseled. Counsel's like pulling Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima. That's counseling where you don't want it as a part of culture anymore. She was just a reaction to her actually doing a dumbass thing.
Here's the problem is you go from A to Z. It's either yes or no. Like, people say stupid ass shit
every day.
Fuck up. People fuck up. And it's not like, instead of being like, I feel like if somebody, they're like, let's just cancel them, then they're fucking canceled and they don't ever get to learn why they did something wrong. You know, it's like, let's teach people to do better instead of saying, nope, you just stay where you are. You be a dumbass and you stay over there.
But is it counsel or is it just a consequence of your actions? I don't consider her being counseled because she can still get jobs. It's not like she's out of society. I consider counsel being something removed from society.
Okay, Rod, I'm going to say something that might make me canceled. But I have, as a white woman, like, I've seen many black women say this. It's like, it's not my job to teach her how to whatever. Right. And I'm like,
that's true.
It's not your job.
I mean, it's not up to,
But if I'm getting my facts from Google and that's not somebody that's had experience. Like, I want to be taught by somebody, and you don't have to teach me. You don't. But don't condemn me when I'm doing wrong.
You want to know what you're doing wrong. I understand that.
Somebody that's been through it to tell you
who else can teach me but somebody that's been through the bad shit? Yeah. Like, teach me what I'm doing wrong.
But at the same point,
yes, but she's not the only one I've ever heard that.
At the same point, some people don't want to teach it because they're constantly having to explain it, and it gets to a point where you don't want to do that anymore.
And I've never looked at it that way, and I get that because I feel like some people don't want to learn.
Some people don't. Some people want to stay with what they got. I mean, that's true.
But I want to know. I want to know the pain and the lessons and the shit you've been through to make me a better person. And you're right. It's not their job, but I feel like I'm ignorant in some aspects because I've not been through it.
You don't get taught. Yeah. You're not going to change.
And if my lessons are learned from black and white shit that's put on Google, like, I want to know the experience to make me better. So, because I know, like, I have empathy but I don't understand. I've never been there, you know? So, like, you're a human being. I'm a human being. Like, tell me how to be better.
Only human. I remember that song. Is that the Human League? We're only human.
I don't know. And maybe that's me being ignorant. And I'm okay with saying that because I've not been there. But, like,
well, ignorance is just what you don't know. I mean,
right. I want to do the best that I can. And that's the thing. I want to do the best that I can and teach me where I'm wrong. Like,
well, everybody can stand to be better as a person.
Yeah.
Probably.
And like,
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just like, I just want you to share your experience with me. Tell me how to be better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not the best I can be. Everybody can be better.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it too, where people have to have that experience. And then there's some people that want to teach and be able to, people that want to do that.
People have to be open to learn that also, though.
Yeah,
but not everybody is. Like people might.
Yeah, I think there's more people that will want to learn than teach.
I would think so.
I think that's more people that do that. But
I think I think that too. I think that.
I also think age also somewhat plays into that also.
Oh yeah, age does too. You are like your parents pass shit down, and that makes you ignorant. You know, I'm just like, we're all fucking human.
Well, like that instance that you had at work.
Oh God.
One day.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's like that's just because, you know, one side you have this and this side you have that, but
yeah.
It was just a conflict or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just want to be better.
Well, we can all do that. So we all strive for it.
No, I don't think everybody does, but.
You don't think everybody? Well, yeah, there's some people that don't for sure.
Some people have their concrete block and that's their truth, and it's not going to expand out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, my Apple Watch told me it's time for bed.
You've been dressed for bed for the last couple hours.
She's a bossy bitch. She's a bossy bitch. She tells me when to stand up. She tells me when to breathe. She tells me when to go to bed.
Oh, look at that. You wear your ring more.
Yeah. With my scarred hand.
Good catch, right?
Yeah.
Awful thing. Look at it.
Is the heel of back though?
Hang on. Can you?
You should get a tattoo on you. Get a tattoo.
It's a fish. See, here's the head. Look at the little tail down here. It's like a tail. Yeah. It's a fish.
You get a tattoo on it.
Well, that wouldn't fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
Couldn't hurt worse than that.
True.
I mean, I'm glad when it was hurt, it was on my left hand, but now I wish it was on my right hand because now, you know, I wear my watch and my ring on this hand. And I'm like, it would be better if it was on this hand. Nobody ever sees. But you know what? Prices have to be paid for fun times.
Scars are just part of living.
I'm old now. Nobody cares, so whatever.
Tell them it happened in a bar fight. They'll be just as happy with it.
A bar fight? No, my story's way better than a bar fight.
Yeah. Is it?
Sure. No, it is. It's like 42 years old. I went out without my babysitter, and I fucking lived it up. And I don't remember half the night.
I'm not sure
I got a bath from my friend that I don't remember.
Half dying is better.
I woke up and my hair was all curly, and I'm like, because she had a pool, and I'm like, did I get in the pool? Like, I talked to her when we went to Our Lady, and I'm like, why was my hair all curly when I woke up? I'm like, did I jump in the pool? She's like, no, I gave you a bath. Because I was like, she was in the bath, and then I hope she didn't think I was trying to hit on her. She's like, then you were like, I need a bath. Because she was like, well, maybe she feels like her hair's all smoky smelling from the campfire. I'm probably glad I don't remember most of that night.
I
haven't been out without my babysitter since.
and that's why he was helping.
We went to Tennessee last week.
Oh, well.
2 weeks ago.
I didn't go anywhere.
No, it was last week.
Oh, yeah. I got sick.
Well, I didn't say you went anywhere, but I wasn't.
I did drive to Tennessee like a big girl.
See, that was Todd. That's why he was checking on you in Jamaica.
Yeah, he's my security guard.
Yeah.
That's what all the Jamaicans called him, was my security guard.
I got ripped upside down the other before that.
Huh?
I told you where I was going.
I did tell you where I was going. You just wasn't listening. There was puppies on the fucking beach. I shouldn't even have to tell
was
you.
that. You shouldn't have.
That wasn't the only thing there to
That
be.
That wasn't why I was mad.
Why were you mad?
Because you were with a bunch of strangers that was probably higher than Hootie Brown. You didn't know what was going on.
There was puppies and I was smoking pot. They gave me pot for free.
That's how Bill Cosby got people in the house sometimes.
He's the best.
That's what Bill Cosby used to say too.
And then every time I'd come and then Todd would come, they'd be like, security guard, security guard.
Yeah, then I was the bad guy. After
No,
that.
you were just the security guard. I mean, that's pretty much what you are.
Somebody's got to be.
I know, and I'm thankful that you are. Because where the fuck would I be? Would I be without my security guard?
Probably dead.
Maybe.
I think on that we're going to wrap it up for the night. So
Everybody's like, that's enough. We're out.
And thanks for everybody that tuned in. And any final words you guys have?
I'm not sure what other final words you could have
No,
on that.
I
one.
had so much fun. Thanks
Right.
for good conversation, and I'm glad
Thanks
I
for
came.
popping on. Are you off this weekend?
See you again in
Yeah,
about
I
a
am
month.
off this weekend.
Okay.
You thinking about a question game?
I mean, it's possible Saturday night, but
Well, you just let us know.
yeah.
We got
that's
some
always-
household duties we need to do. They may or may not happen.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Big
I'm actually
Wait,
aspirations,
still
but
do that. And
I've actually got a 4-day weekend, so
be to like 9 or 10 o'clock anyway. You got a 4-day weekend?
yeah,
what's Monday?
He's on vacation.
I'm off.
You just took
He's
off.
He's off every Monday, Friday.
Don't judge Rod for taking off a Monday.
Works from home and he takes off 45 days a week.
Monday's the day before my birthday, so I took off Monday and Tuesday.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's right,
This
yeah.
is. Oh,
I forgot about that.
I'm so disappointed in myself.
For what?
You are not an Aquarius. A Pisces?
Pisces,
Leo?
yeah.
A Pisces. Pisces.
You must say a Leo?
I just
Leo
was
would
thinking,
Leo would have been out to August. They're out in August.
no, I don't know.
Because my mom's a Leo.
I need to know your birth time and the city you were born in.
I don't know the time. I don't know what time it was. It was.
Well, you
it
have
was,
a passport, so you have to have a birth certificate.
it
So
was
I
Rod
need
J
information.
time. It was Rod J time when I came out.
Weren't you supposed to do that for Vanessa? Or
I did
something?
do it,
Oh,
but
you did?
yeah, I got Vanessa's chart on my app.
Jamaican brown peppermint can't stand up. Yeah, you get some of that stuff in the candies and stuff in the edibles. He's talking.
Oh, let's not talk about that shit. That was a bad time in my life. One day was the worst day of my life.
Oh, Night Gilbert, stay safe as well, my friend. We didn't talk as
Gilbert.
much about beer tonight, but we had a good time anyway. So it's always
Maybe
great.
carry over for next week. Was there much anyway?
Yeah.
For tonight?
There were a few things. There were a few things in there, but I'm going to do some different videos, I think, with that stuff. So
Oh, okay. There you go.
I got Gallant. I can't say that. Gallant Fox is on Monday night.
Monday, yeah. I'm gonna watch. I'll watch that one.
Monday for that. And then Saturday, I'm on Dean's channel for collaboration with him. And then, the podcast got dropped from Beer and Front. So I was on the Beer and Front podcast this week.
Why?
I'll do a video with that. Huh?
It got dropped?
Yeah, like a new episode got dropped.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, sorry.
It was
The
gone.
T. It was the T. The new
No,
podcast.
you're not using that correctly.
Beer
Listen, if
Front
we're talking
podcast.
about it here, there's going to be a new
Well,
word
you
tomorrow.
did say it got dropped. I was thinking it sounded like you did.
It got,
get dropped.
yeah, it's not coming back.
Like dropped. It's like it's out on the streets now. You know, it's out.
Released. It got
Yeah.
released.
Well, you can say release, but the cool kids say drop.
drop. Yeah,
Well,
but
not
no, but the way it came out sounded like you got
I'm not
dropped.
that cool then, apparently.
Or the fancy
It'd be
people
really
say
cool,
T.
yes.
I'm gonna tee it. I'm gonna do the T and then
I'm gonna
Beer Front podcast.
Spill.
Have a little spot of tea.
No, spill the.
You didn't say spill the T when you did it. You said the T.
Well,
It was-
I did. I had to dumb it down for you old people.
Apparently, it wasn't.
I had to dumb it down. I had to say the tea instead of spill the tea. Because I didn't want to make it too complicated for you guys. Yeah.
But thank you. And you were asking.
It's going to be canceled tomorrow. Nobody's going to know what it means because I'm an old lady. And I said it.
They go, oh shit, somebody's over 10 years old. Says
Yeah. No more spill the tea. It's going to be something else.
It'll be something else. It'll be on TikTok tomorrow. Shannon knows about the tea. We need to change it up.
Yeah, exactly.
abort mission. Mission.
Old lady in Sellersburg, Indiana. That sounds like she's from Texas or Tennessee. We got to
come up with something else.
Yeah. Whatever. I try to be covert, but I'm not.
Thanks for everybody that tuned in. I'm going to go ahead and close out and look forward to catching up with you guys. I'll put some other stuff out there. I think on the community tab, I put the notes there for Dean's on Saturday where we'll have the collab on his channel. And I'm going to probably drop some other stuff tomorrow, some upcoming things. So that being said, thanks for everybody tuned in. Look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Cheers, everybody.